Welcome to the club.
My club are mental, aren't they?
21 is coming. You're chatting gas.
Embarrassing.
Off, ref!
Most toxic fan base in the world are Arsenal.
Liverpool, the worst champions ever.
Welcome to the club. One of the most iconic matches in football. In fact, this has got to be one of the most iconic matches in the world is about to take place. We are on the precipice of Manchester United solidifying their title charge.
Yeah.
I don't know about title charge, especially with the way Arsenal keep winning, but a win here pretty much cements top four, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And definitely
I don't think there's any jeopardy there anyway, is there?
Stranger things have happened in football, but you are if United don't get top four, it'd be a disaster from now.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I would also say if you beat Liverpool, that must mean that the title. Look, I appreciate that you'd be third favourites for the title. I appreciate that it's unlikely that you'd win it, but you're in the hunt.
I mean, if Arsenal drop enough points to allow City to win the league, and we're 3 points behind City, then yeah, I just think over the course of a season and with injuries and stuff, they'll take their place. Today, I know Varane's available, but he was almost not available. If he's not available for this game, completely different story for Man United. So, yeah, I think it's City or Arsenal for the league, and United are just trying to cement third, second, something like that.
How are you feeling, Booth?
Good. I think after we haven't seen Adam since haven't seen Adam since the League Cup final.
Of course, yeah.
And that was
I'm a Carabao Cup champion now.
yeah. But
Speak nicely to me, Buvey.
yeah, but a serious point though. Like as much as I hate to say it, it's a strangely positive season for Man United this season. It feels fresh. It feels energetic. The way you beat Newcastle was professional. It felt like Man United of old. Do you know what I mean? It did.
No, it's a big win.
When Van Gaal won the FA Cup, it didn't feel like Man United.
Yeah, you got sacked like an hour later.
Yeah, and when Mourinho won the Europa League, it was a nice thing, but it didn't feel the way you beat Newcastle and shrugged them off with so much quality. It felt like Man United of old. And I think you should be strangely positive of how good this season's
weirdly,
been.
we're not playing well at times as well and still getting the results, which is huge.
You're playing ugly sometimes, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, what game was it the other day in the cup? I mean, we fall behind. You're thinking the worst, and we managed to turn it around after going through that final and after a long week. You know.
Yeah, West Ham was it?
West Ham in the cup.
the West Ham Cup game. Yeah, look, I think it's very impressive to win. Look, because if you look at the week that Manchester United had last week, they eliminated Barcelona from European competition. I appreciate that it's not quite at the level that Manchester United would want to do that to Barcelona, but the facts of the matter are Manchester United launched Barcelona out of a European conversation. Impressive. You then went to Wembley and won. You then knocked West Ham out of the cup. That is, as you were suggesting, that is Manchester United.
And if we can go to Anfield and beat these, that'd be a huge, probably the best 2 weeks since Fergie left. Like, you know what I mean?
That's crazy saying that, yeah. But
crazy,
you're right.
But those kind of 2 weeks, and it makes you feel like you're a proper team.
And there was a win
we went
before.
to Nou Camp.
There was a win before the Barcelona game.
Camp, yeah.
I think, was it Leicester? Yeah.
3-0. But we went to the Nou Camp and played really well as well. And that, I know we didn't win that game, but that game makes you think, hold on a minute.
Yeah, you would have won that game.
We went to the Nou Camp and we played, we were the better team. So
yeah, if the geezer that fouled, do you remember when Rashford either deserved a penalty or the bloke should have, or whatever it was?
Red card.
If that had happened, if the fellow had been sent off, you think Manchester United win that game, don't you?
Yeah.
It's very impressive. He's getting everything right. I've been so impressed, annoyingly impressed with Eric Ten Hag. He's been sensational, hasn't he? I think he's got everything right, basically. Everything that he's been tasked with, he has got.
He looks like a Man United manager. He looks like a Man United.
Yeah, he conducts himself like a manager.
Mourinho is a world-class manager on his day, but he's a different kind of animal. You know, a Man United manager needs to carry himself with a kind of class, with a kind of philosophy. You know, he has to bear the weight of the club on his shoulders, and I think he's got the capability of doing that.
One of the things for me, and Mourinho and Moyes had it, but in different ways, like opposite ends of the spectrum. Ten Hag's not intimidated by our history and our legacy. Mourinho was in a weird way. Remember when he started giving all that football heritage and stuff, and he was basically saying, "You're not as good as you think you are." You know, I've won.
It was also all Mourinho is ever doing, and look, I love the man, but all Mourinho is ever doing is finding a way to highlight his own brilliance. Yeah, all he's really doing with slating Manchester United is going, "Do you know how much I've won?"
And then Moyes, on the other hand, on the complete flip side, was just, "Oh my God, I shouldn't even be here."
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
Whereas Ten Hag is getting it all right. He's making the decisions off the pitch.
He's at the right age because he hasn't really achieved. He hasn't won a Champions League already. You know, he could do it at Man United. Do you know what I mean? He's got the
Manchester
ceiling
United,
to go.
it's all very well to say that Eric Ten Hag has done wonderful things for Manchester United, but I think you are right to flag it that way as well, Booth. Manchester United have given Eric Ten Hag the opportunity exactly.
Platform, yeah. Ajax was a great spot. He did well in the Champions League, but he didn't win the Champions League. You know, winning the Dutch league, it's not the same. He can go on to, you know, he could be there for 10 years.
Also, do you know when you talk about the Ten Hag Ajax team? Of course, there was a lot to be impressed by, but ultimately it fell short, didn't it? Whereas it feels like at Manchester United, maybe he's developed, maybe he's learnt since.
I think a huge difference in this team is Casemiro as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I think in terms, we spoke about how Zinchenko changed possibly the dressing room at Arsenal with his mentality. I think when you look at Casemiro, what he's done, I mean, from the start, he sees us lose 4-0 and says, don't worry, I'm going to come and fix it. There was a story as well about how, you know, when he's in his interview when he signed for United, United had a few statements prepared for him, like, you know, you say this or you say that. And he came already like speaking about United's past, like he already knew about it. Like he didn't need to be prompted or anything. And he's grasped the challenge at Manchester United, but he's also such a good player, man. And I think he just gives confidence to everyone else.
Like, I think he's 30.
Yeah.
Like, I think people see him as being like, you know, because of the Kroos Modric partnership. I think people perhaps naturally assumed he was that bit older.
Age, yeah.
But 30 means that he could still be playing at this level in 4 years' time.
Yeah,
and
Fernandinho was 36 when he's winning Premier League, you know.
Exactly. So no, it's very.
Having said all of that, though, and the positives that United have, form does go out the window in these games, you know. And I am wary of Liverpool. Like we've seen Darwin Núñez and Gakpo look pretty good over the last couple of weeks. Although defensively they're not the greatest. I just think there's something about Liverpool in these games against United. The crowd will be up for it. You know.
But ultimately, you're a better team than
we should be beating them.
Ultimately, you're playing. But look, I know. You know when you say
Old Trafford, we beat them.
You know when you say form goes out the window. I mean, you're right to a degree, but form is also very relevant, and they're struggling, and you're playing very well. So I think that is also worthy of discussion. You should be winning this game. Your form would suggest that you will win this game. I think anybody who doesn't have a dog in the fight understand why you might be a little bit cautious and aware of the threat of Liverpool. But I can only really see a Man United win.
See, but I've seen better Man United teams go there and lose against worse Liverpool
or even
teams.
draw 0-0.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happens. So I don't know. I just think the games at Anfield are always a little bit tetchy, a little bit nervous, a little bit.
Yeah. What's your score prediction then?
I'm going to try and be confident and say 2-1.
Buvey, I'm going to come to your score prediction in a minute, so give it some due diligence. And to everybody watching this, please do us a favour, comment with your score prediction right now, because we're going to have a look through them in a moment. But before we get to them, I need to say a huge thank you to the wonderful people of NordVPN. They have sponsored this show. They are a partner, and we are so lucky to have partnered with them. Thank you so much. They have chosen to support us, so please make sure that you support them. Make sure that you head over to NordVPN for all of your VPN needs. It's truly brilliant. You get so much bang for your buck. You really do. You can get, I think it's so cheap. It's so affordable. It's comparable to the price of a cup of coffee. And this is the crucial bit. One account allows you to pair up with 6 devices. So your entire family will be covered via this VPN with one account. It's brilliant, isn't it, Boo?
I was using it the other day for looking at going Betis for the away game.
That's a nice away day. Yeah.
Find some cheaper flights and that. I know you love all that kind of.
Well, we were talking about it last week. Look, lads, I'm saying Ibiza. We've got to celebrate 100k on the channel as well. So thanks so much for the support.
Oh yeah, how have we not mentioned that?
We'll do that in a minute. But I just got to say about VPNs, right? I mean, I'm talking about the flights to Ibiza. Everyone's looking at flights. The VPN stops these websites tracking you, making sure that you get the best prices across all these different websites, especially things like trains and flights. And lads, we're going to Ibiza. Cheaper flights because of NordVPN.
And crucially, listen to this. NordVPN was named as one of the best inventions in Time Magazine 2022.
Jeez.
So it is incredible what they're doing. And basically, everybody needs a VPN in their life, don't they?
100%.
So yeah, make sure that you check it out. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much to NordVPN. Make sure that you check them out for all your VPN needs. Buvey, score prediction. Hit us.
3-0 Man United.
Ooh.
Why not?
I think Manchester United will concede.
They don't have the pressure to. They're not really in a Premier League title race. If they get close, that's fair enough. But there's no pressure on Man United. There's no pressure really.
There is pressure because. Do you agree that they're in a title race if they win?
The pressure is if they come, in the final 6-7 games, a bit like when Arsenal came second in that Leicester City win in Premier League. They weren't really fighting for it. If United finish second, it's a bonus really. It's a bonus on top. So they got minimal pressure. They've got top 4 secured. Newcastle are falling off a cliff. We'll talk about that later, obviously. But then the other thing is that are we forgetting what happened with Real Madrid at Liverpool? It's one of the worst results Klopp's ever had at Liverpool, maybe in his managerial career.
Well, it's the worst result. Liverpool, it's a record for Liverpool in Europe.
Yeah.
They've never had a worse defeat at home in Europe.
That's not a joke. That's a serious record to kind of break for Klopp. It's a terrible one.
The hangover from that will be, how we're talking about the impact of Manchester United winning the League Cup. That's a huge thing for Manchester United. It generally, winning the League Cup, it whets your appetite for more silverware. Yeah. On the flip side of that same coin, you're looking at Liverpool, the hangover of losing to Real Madrid. They've still got to go to the Bernabeu, and yet I think I'm right in saying even the most ardent and optimistic Liverpool fan agrees they're out of that competition.
If they're going to Anfield, it's a different story. But when going to the Bernabeu, it's...
But with that scoreline, I think that is even too much for Anfield, don't you?
Like when they got the first goal against Barca.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they only had to win that game 3-0. This would be having to win 4-0, wouldn't it?
No, 3 takes it to extra time.
Yeah, 3 that keeps them in the tie.
3 takes it to extra time.
So, but I remember,
but you're right. I can't
the
see
Bernabeu. They'll get managed out of the game. It might even just be 0-0. It might be 1-0.
But Real Madrid are a very good team.
Yeah, they're exceptional.
Yeah, I could see it being that. But on Real Madrid's terms, the score finishes 1-0 or 0-0.
Have a goal in the 70th minute. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, I could see it going that way. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go Manchester United 3, Liverpool 2.
Ooh,
beautiful.
Nice little classic.
5 goals, hopefully, for the stream.
The team news for those guys that want it, guys and girls that want it. Alisson in net for Liverpool, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. Then we've got Henderson, Fabinho, Elliott in the midfield, Salah, Hakpo, and Nunes. Looks like Hakpo's through the middle. It's a weird one, that. When you see Nunes go through the middle.
I think they'll be fluid, won't they? I think there'll be an element of fluidity to that front 3.
Yep. Yeah, we've seen rotation for sure. But Nunes is coming into a world of his own. He looks aggressive and physical.
Great goal against Madrid as well.
Yeah.
United's lineup: De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Fred, Anthony, Bruno, Rashford, and Veggie. Vegos.
Vouty.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because I just don't... I'm amazed that they're able to perform so well, Manchester United, with this player in their team. It just doesn't make sense to me because I think he's so average.
Makes me think I could do a job. If he can do a job, I could be... Why can't I be playing for Burnley right now in the Championship? Give me a reason. I'm a big lad. I'm 6'4".
He's better than you, though.
Yeah, I've got a good touch. No,
you're very
how is it working?
I don't know.
How's it working?
It doesn't make any sense to me because I feel like he's a deficit in the team. Maybe I'm being too harsh here.
He's so good against Newcastle.
You know what it is? You know when he plays as
he was.
You know it's weird. You know when he plays as a striker. He was in the second half. He was in the second half. You know when he plays as a striker, as the out and out number 9. He's not very good. He's not. He's not gonna finish much. He doesn't get on the end of things, which is weird.
Are you about to tell me his brilliance as a number 10?
Weirdly,
he's gonna do it.
But he did it at Wembley.
But when Ten Hag dropped him deep, he did it against Barcelona. He did it against all his teams. Pushes Rashford and Antony further forward, and suddenly he looks like a decent. You know what it is though? He's got the work rate.
Yeah.
And you know when you've got that, and you want to graft, things are gonna happen. It's like Darwin Núñez. Things just.
Yeah.
I think Darwin Núñez is a better striker, but
yeah.
You know what I mean? That work rate brings.
I'm not prepared, by the way. I'm just looking at the table here. 24 games played by Manchester United, 49 points. Manchester City, 26 games played, so 2 games in hand, 58 points. I'm sorry. I know that you two have basically said that Manchester United can't win the league. I concede that they are less likely. I concede that it would be a huge turn of events. But if that were my club, I'd be saying we can win the league. Don't give me that look. That's rude. That's rude. That's rude on a live stream. Who do you think you are?
I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think. I think Man United fans actually, I think you're right. Man United fans should be more ambitious. They've got Stockholm syndrome of being so average for the last 6 years. They're used to their mediocrity. They're used to the £1 billion that's led nowhere. So they want a League Cup. They should be going for the Premier League title.
What these mugs are doing.
I think they want silverware. I think they want silverware.
If Leicester City can believe, why can't Man United fans believe?
What these mugs are doing is they're trying to ramp it up so that we sit here and I go, oh yeah, United can win the league, and then in 2 weeks' time when we lose a game or we draw a game,
You're trying
or
to be
even
too
today
political.
if we lose,
You're
this,
overthinking it.
You're
You're
going
being
to start
too political,
going,
Ad.
oh,
No, you're being too political
you're
for me.
pathetic, bro.
You're like Keir
I
Starmer.
know your games.
You won't commit to anything. You're like
you
Keir
called me
Starmer.
Tony Blair last week. Keir Starmer this week. What's going on with
No,
you?
you won't commit to anything. Are you going to win the league? Yes or no?
Mark, did you see? Can I put,
Are you going to win
can I
the
put
league?
a picture of
That's
Keir
the problem.
We
Starmer?
already have, mate. You haven't in the last 10 years.
Are you going to win?
We
the league?
haven't.
You're bottling it. To
This time
Arsenal.
last year, we
You're
won the
bottling
league.
a one-horse race.
This time last year, we're current Premier League champions.
You're bottling a
You've not won a
one-horse
league in
race.
13 years.
You're bottling a one-horse race.
It's not 13, is it?
10, 11, 12, 13, something like that.
Did you see the picture? Did I put a picture of Keir Starmer in the group?
Arsenal Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
He
see
was at
that?
Arsenal Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you not more impressed by that?
He's right at the
Oh,
top.
you want me
though,
to be
isn't
impressed by that?
No, I'm not impressed, but why are you not thinking that's more like it just?
he? Jeremy Corbyn's an Arsenal
No,
fan.
Jeremy
as well.
Corbyn's a real Arsenal fan, though, isn't he? Not over time. Keir Starmer saw it and was like, how can it be
votes.
like Jezza?
This is huge, isn't it? Like this game, I think it really is this the biggest game in world football?
To me, it is, but I'm
it is.
biased. Do you know what I mean? People would say Barcelona.
Well, the Real Madrid
I'm not
is.
biased though. I mean, I don't particularly care about either of these teams. Is it the biggest game in terms of eyeballs, in terms of interest, in terms of like global interest, but also local importance? Is this the biggest game in world football?
Do you know the one thing I would say is it's very rarely meant anything in terms of the league for these two teams competing.
Yeah, because when you're good, they're bad, and when they're
vice
bad, you're
versa.
good. Yeah.
So you never really have like. There's been times when Man United and Arsenal have played, and there's been something on the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not really the same case with Liverpool over the years. Obviously, you've had finals and '96 you beat them and stuff, but
I know it's very difficult to quantify, and I know it's kind of an arbitrary task, but just because I'm asking.
and when Barca and Real played each other over the years, it's always been
to
very
decide a
important.
title.
Champions
yeah.
League semi-finals and all that. Unbelievable.
So what do you think is the biggest game in world football? Biggest club game in world football?
I think based on the last 10 years, we're talking Pep Mourinho, those kind of Messi, Ronaldo. I still think the legacy's gone because those players have left and those clubs, one of them's in the Europa League in Barcelona. But I still think the legacy from those kind of the mid 2010s is still there.
Okay, what about
For me, it's
today? Then?
Barcelona.
No,
Real
but
Madrid.
you can't.
I still think it hasn't dropped off that. I still think it's absolutely huge for me.
Okay.
But Man United, Liverpool's probably the
With that
the
being
biggest
said,
and the best quality.
did you watch the? There was a
No, I was
Clasico this week.
busy
Did
that
you
night.
watch it?
I was busy that night.
See, like
Yeah.
it was on
No, I know what
TV.
you
I
mean.
didn't watch
I
it.
know what you mean. Yeah.
It's so
Maybe would you have done that Messi Ronaldo 2012?
not a chance.
No, I don't
Not
think
a
so.
chance I missed that.
I would have. I watched
I'd have
those
watched it
games
then.
actually.
Yeah, not a
it's
chance
good
I
shout,
missed it.
actually. I think
Yeah.
it's the mixture then. I think of the biggest historically, and then the best quality.
But then you've also got people would throw in like River Plate, like in terms of like
Celtic
some of
Rangers,
the,
that happened last
Rangers.
week.
But the thing with Celtic Rangers is the quality.
Quite
of
shocking.
The league
Yeah, so you've got the quality and the history combined, haven't you?
And also the global superstars. Like Marcus Rashford is currently a global superstar. Mohamed Salah is currently a global superstar. Whereas
You can't tell me one lad who plays a
James
Celtic.
Taverner is not.
He's a great right back, by the way.
Yeah,
for them.
But you know what I mean? It doesn't
No,
have the
I know.
same ring to it.
Yeah.
But I still think that, by the way, I'm going to totally disagree with both of you. I think Liverpool-Manchester United is the biggest game of the season.
What, in Europe?
In world football.
In world football?
I think
I think there's an argument.
I mean, there'll be
definitely.
data on it, won't there?
I just
There'll be,
think
in
it'd
terms
be-
of eyeballs, I don't think anything will come close to this.
Oh no! In terms of because especially when you look at how big United and Liverpool are in terms of like America, Asia,
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah,
Like,
this is the biggest game, and then I think Manchester United playing Arsenal is massive as well.
That's big, yeah.
And then I
that's
think there's
huge.
a lot of other big
What about
games.
Man City, Arsenal, end of April?
To decide the league?
They're both at the same amount of
Yeah.
points.
As a league, but that's
Do you
not
think
about
that-
the team.
I know,
That's just
I
about
know.
the position.
I'm just
of the
saying
team.
contextually, do you think that is more...
what about Man City, Liverpool over the last couple?
No, I can't say. I can't. I think the quality's
Because it's
been-
meant something. Is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, but it's
It's not.
Mate, it's
I've
not
been
prestigious.
to before the takeover. I've
Is
been
that
to
because City are involved?
yeah.
no, but serious, I've been to City, Liverpool.
City aren't in the top 10. Like there isn't a City fixture unless it's going.
Man United, Man City's big. I mean,
It's
we're
big.
talking Balotelli and all that. Unbelievable.
It's not. It's not. It's
I know what you're trying to say
it's not.
globally. I know what you're trying to say globally.
Is like I think Manchester City. It's not about being Manchester City. Arsenal. It's not about being them either. Actually, it's just about that fixture at the end of the season to determine the league. That wouldn't matter whether it was Fulham versus Brentford if it was to decide the league, I think it captures the imagination, it captures the public.
Liverpool City's not a real rival. I've been to the games pre-takeover.
Yeah.
There are no security. There are no police. They're all just standing
It's
there.
a new-
Liverpool fans.
it's a new rivalry,
Seriously,
isn't it?
There's no police or anything.
Sometimes it felt like there was a rivalry being forced as
But
well.
mate,
didn't it?
when they played each other, do you know?
sporting reasons.
But it's very very right. There's a huge antipathy now because I remember they played each other in a Community Shield in at Wembley a couple of years. Anyway, I was on the tube at Great Portland Street. It's a row, like proper.
Well,
fight.
they did
Yeah.
the bus, didn't they? They threw bottles at the bus and all that. Champions League.
Yeah, the cider bottle, the iconic cider bottle hitting the Man City bus.
They should have been fined more, in my opinion.
But that's an interesting rivalry that's developed. And I suppose the Manchester United-Manchester City rivalry has grown because of the significance of the fixture.
I think the highest quality, I know it's hard to articulate and all that, the highest quality football game ever played in the Premier League has been between Man City and Liverpool, 2-1 in my opinion, in terms of the highest quality. All 3 goals, 2-1, it was 2019, 2018, Leroy Sané scores the winner. That quality of game, I've never seen anything like it.
I know you're a lot younger than us, but
I know
them United Arsenal games
but
were
the standard
on
of
another
football.
level. And you're talking about your Ronaldo, Rooney, Henry, Bergkamp.
no,
just in full flow,
You went from an Arsenal team that did what felt not the impossible because it had been done, but you went from an Arsenal team that did something outrageously good, winning the double. The following season, Manchester United came along and won the treble. Obviously, those two were going head to head at the top. Like
That's incredible as well.
I think that was probably, in my opinion,
that Liverpool
was
side
the
were the Champions
best.
League holders. We were the Premier League holders. That was big. We were back-to-back Premier League holders. They'd just been to back-to-back Champions League finals.
Yeah, although
Pete Klopp versus Pete
No,
Guardiola.
Yeah,
modern
it's big.
times.
Big. I'm not undermining it entirely.
No, I
I
know.
just think that the Manchester United Arsenal. Like, do you remember that game when Vieira, the ball coming out of the box and Vieira kind of runs round the ball and curls it in? I think John O'Shea might have scored a winner, chipping the keeper.
on his left foot.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, in the black kit.
Yeah, it looks shocked.
Yeah.
Like, bloody hell. Yeah, no.
Ronaldo had a quality celebration that day. He scored and he ran up the touchline at Highbury, just going like this to all the Arsenal.
Isn't it crazy you're saying that, Ronaldo? Do you know what I mean? Like
That was young Ronnie. That was
Yeah.
young Ronnie. That was.
Yeah, he transcends. You know when there are certain players and you think, hang on a minute, how on earth? Because he's basically still playing now, and you think you were playing then.
Yeah. He's not stopped. For
He played
20
with
years.
John O'Shea and Scott McTominay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
It's mad, isn't it?
yeah. It's mental.
Do you see him crying in the tunnel yesterday?
Yeah, I did. What was that all
The
about?
kid shouted at him, Messi's better than you. Like a 4-year-old kid in the tunnel. He shouted in Portuguese, well, why do you go watch Messi then in Paris? Like that, embarrassing.
Did that really
Not my
happen?
goat. Yeah, that honestly happened last night. Yeah. Not my goat.
I mean, he's just
But-
not the goat.
He's just
it's
not the goat.
He
It's
is
not.
the GOAT, but I kind of rate
He's
it.
not the goat. Well, the greatest of all time.
I rate it though.
Yeah.
I rate it.
If I did that, you'd have a meltdown on the stream.
Winning the
You are
Champions League
capable
3
of
times in
something
a row
like
is
that.
more
No,
difficult than winning the
you
World
are
Cup.
yeah. You have it in you to like have
Well,
an
lads,
idea
if
with
you
a
feel
child.
that way, why don't you go back to a different stream then?
Yeah.
By the way,
What stream?
You tell me, lads. You tell me.
By the way, Buvey, that is a fake translation TikTok.
No, it ain't.
You spend too much time on. You spend
Why
too
do
much
you
time on TikTok.
research it? We're trying to entertain the crowd.
Do you know?
Yeah? Why are you
Before we get
researching?
sued,
Why do you have to do things like that?
Why are you researching
You're spending
things?
too much time on TikTok, you weirdo.
Why are you? No, in Portuguese that sounded right. That sounded about right.
Nah.
You shouted something in Portuguese. I thought, yeah, that sounds about what he's saying.
Lad, just
He
before
shouted
kickoff.
something in Portuguese at an Arab lad.
I don't know if
no
it was
one
I couldn't
understood
see if it was an
anything.
Arab. It might have
Everyone
been a
was
Portuguese
baffled.
lad.
Nobody was more baffled by you, though.
Might have been a Portuguese lad.
Lad, just
Why
before
are you doing
kickoff, I have
research?
something very, very important to say. And I don't think anybody knows about this. And nobody knows that this is about to happen. But today is a very special day. Nobody knows why, do they? But there is one man in this room who does know why. There is a ginger man sitting over there, and he's kept it quiet from all of us.
Is it his birthday?
Nobody knows, but I have a cake for him.
Is it his birthday?
It's his birthday, and he's managed to keep it quiet. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations, Ginger. Mick Hucknall, congratulations. He thought he was smart. He tried to keep it from all of us.
How did you find out?
The fun
Of coming home to
you.
Even if I know we can make
Make
it.
it.
Mick Hucknall's birthday. And do you see how he thought he could keep it from us? I've been with him for 2 hours today.
Yeah, he hasn't said
Not
nothing.
a word.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the room, nobody realised.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
I hate people like that.
Yeah.
I used to have a mate like that. He never told anyone his birthday.
Yeah, also, make it as big a deal as possible.
Because you used to get rushed in school. You know, you're going to get beatings here. You know what I mean?
Do you think that was his? Do you think he thought we were
Jack's
going to
like,
give him
shit.
the bumps? He was scared we were
I'm
going to
going to
give him the
get
bumps.
battered on live.
Launched him to the ceiling on live stream. Here we go. Players in the tunnel.
White kit as well. That feels dangerous for me.
Juan Mata, wasn't it?
There's
With the
something about
bicycle,
the-
wasn't it?
something
Juan
about
Mata,
the
the
kit, you know?
bicycle kick in a
Juan
white
Mata,
kit.
I
John
think the kit
O'Shea.
matters. When these players
John
put a
O'Shea.
kit on, they think, "Oh, I'm ready." Do you know what I mean? If the kit looks good, I
That
think
kit reminds me of '99.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, when
we might win
Rashford
a
scored the
treble.
new camp and all that, it was like Dwight York Cole, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean, it was the same kind of energy.
Yeah, there is a
Like City love the red and black kit because of historical reasons. Like this white kit looks classic for Man United. Unfortunately,
Because you want to be close to United, don't you?
what do you mean?
I think
Close in what sense?
I
Red
can
and black.
remember. Do you remember Wayne Rooney scoring in front of the Kop? Actually, I think.
And he had blue kit on, I think.
Yeah, blue. Yeah.
No, actually white. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he scored in front of the Kop.
Yeah.
Like
Good
Scouse
volley as well,
lad,
little half
Everton
volley.
icon.
Oh no, you're on about the one in front of the cup.
Yeah.
Sorry, he scored a winner in front of the other end. The one in front of the cup was
When
in a
he's
black
long
shirt.
shot.
And
Yeah.
someone throws a mobile phone.
Yeah,
at him.
yeah,
When
yeah,
he's doing this-
yeah.
Who does
he's
that? Who
bricking
throws
the
a,
phone,
what, a
yeah,
Nokia?
flying at him.
Yeah.
And
Mate,
funnily enough, Ronaldo's behind him again, going like,
There's
this.
always those amazing crowd shots. I always love picking out the faces in the crowd. There's like the most famous one
Yeah.
is John Terry, West Ham. You know, when John Terry celebrates in front of West Ham fans and like the faces, like contorted
Anger,
with venom
yeah.
and anger.
Yeah.
So
Who's the kid?
so funny.
I want to know because I've never asked you this question. Obviously, you're a massive Chelsea fan. Who's the kid with the toothbrush at Stamford Bridge?
Oh yeah, remember that?
United.
Yeah.
Do you know who
when
he is?
Solomon Kalou? No,
Yeah,
of
it
course
was
I don't
United
know who he
against
is.
I thought you might know. Who he
Solomon
is.
Kalou was subbed on, wasn't he?
If anyone in the chat knows who this kid is, I want him on the
He
stream.
wasn't a kid.
He wasn't
was
a
an
kid.
adult.
He was
Definitely
grown
kid.
man.
Yeah, but
45,
that's what we
yeah.
say. Kid. All right, whoever the guy is, I want him on the stream.
Jeremy's
Toothbrush
just
guy.
commented, "Hello from Iowa. Love the show, guys."
Iowa.
Let us know where
name
you're
a
watching
city in
from in the
Iowa.
chat.
Name a city
Iowa
in...
City.
It's not. No,
It is.
no, it isn't.
It is.
It isn't. What's the capital of Iowa? If you're so
Huh?
clever.
Iowa.
What's
City.
the capital of Iowa?
It's Iowa City. Yeah.
Mate, just admit that you don't know. Admit that you're thicko.
Wait, what? Capital of Iowa?
Yeah. Go on.
Why does it have a capital? It's not
Every
a country.
state,
every
every
state has
state
a
has a
capital.
capital. Fuck.
Oh my god.
I was thinking, like, is it a country?
Yeah. Every.
Iowa.
Every.
Oh yeah, like you got New York.
They have
City
corn. They
and
grow
Yes.
corn and all that. It's like a Midwest state.
Mm.
They grow corn and all that. Yeah, go on then. Keep talking, lads.
No, I don't want to keep talking. I want to hear more from you about
What is
the
it,
crop,
lads? It's
the
Iowa,
crop
innit, lads?
choices.
Elliot in the back.
And then we got
Iowa
Chelsea's
City,
Conor
innit? It's
Gallagher
not
watching
Iowa
from home.
City, mate.
It is. Google it then.
It's not Iowa
he was,
City.
Oh, he was prepared
It's-
to Google the Portuguese
I think it's
thing. He's
Des
loving that.
Moines.
Then when I get it right.
It is Des Moines.
I just said that. What do you mean?
Des Moines?
I just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buvey said that.
But in
I
Iowa, they
literally
call it
just
Iowa
said it.
City.
I literally just said it, and
Like
then he comes
Vice
in. I
City.
just,
The people
Mate,
of Vice
it's called an
City.
education. Look, be honest.
Vice City's set in Florida, but they
honest.
call it Vice City.
Be honest.
Vice City characters
Just be
called Vice
honest.
City.
The fact that
He
I
doesn't know
knew
what you're
that the
talking about.
capital of Iowa was Des Moines is
Des
actually
Moines. That is
fair.
pretty sick, actually.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
pretty-
Fair play, mate.
I'm good at American
Have you
capital.
ever played Vice City?
What's the capital of California? If you're so clever.
Huh?
What's the capital of California? Look, you're thicko, innit?
Sacramento.
Correct.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna
he
say
just
that.
told you that in the ear.
No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I
You have
knew it
both
was-
fingers.
I knew
yeah.
it was one of
You
those
never have
weird
two
ones.
on. You always have
It's
one
like,
on.
what's
Yeah,
the capital of Australia?
Yeah.
People always say
Canterbury, innit?
Sydney.
Canterbury.
Canberra.
Canterbury, or whatever it's called.
Cranberries.
Dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. You might be evicted from your own club soon if you carry on
Is it
like this.
possible? I've got a lifetime contract.
No. Everybody.
It's like every president is a president forever.
No, but
Whether you
there
like
is a-
Donald Trump or not, he's been a president.
No, but
He's in
there
the
is a
president's
standard
club.
of
Okay.
conduct.
Yeah, he gets
No, but he
Secret
could-
Service for life.
Yeah, exactly. I get intel briefings from Elliot for the rest of the. It might just be you two in the future, lads, but I know what's going on. I might be in an office down the road sneaking in on you, lads. You never know.
Yeah, but if you weren't here, where would you be?
Huh?
If you weren't here, where would you be?
At home, enjoying my life.
What, you wouldn't do another live stream?
Huh?
You wouldn't do another live stream?
No, this is just lads. Honestly, between us three, it's just the club for me. I'm not doing any
Yeah.
other football entity.
Apart from that, you were on the overlap last week.
That was good.
How was he over there?
Yeah,
Gary Neville sussed him out within a minute.
the first thing I said, oh, we beat. If we played Arsenal tomorrow, we beat him 3-0 at the Etihad. He said, "You're here to wind everyone up, aren't you?"
No, you are right.
Honestly,
Though. I agree
you know
with
what
you
the
on that.
worrying thing was mentally. I said to myself, "I've got to play it cool here. I'm on Sky, and I've got to be a little bit." The first thing I said, and Gary Neville sagging me off. I thought, "Oh God,
Yeah.
kick off here
Saying that, I got grief yesterday as well.
for what?"
For the Saturday Social show.
Yeah, what
Mate.
shout was it?
A few.
Yeah,
I got a fair bit. Got a fair
Really?
bit of grief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
I saw you calling out Thogden on one of them.
I ended up going head to mate. That's because you spend all your life on TikTok. You're
I
gonna have to
think that
grow
as
up.
well.
You know.
I don't watch the whole episode.
You're gonna have to
Didn't
grow
you do
up.
a video called "Reasons Why I Hate Fogden"?
Me?
Him.
Yeah. No,
No, you did.
No, you
You
did.
did. Didn't you take him on a walk around Hampstead Heath during lockdown or something?
We went on a run together.
Isn't that where George Michael got arrested? Same spot, wasn't it? In the toilets.
R.I.P.
I'm not nothing. Yeah, nothing against George Michael. Careless whisper. You having a laugh? Jesus.
Mate,
Bit of fast love with Fogden and Rory. Part two, by the way.
Let's go outside.
I'd say of all of the George Michael hits, you've picked two terrible ones. You've got to go out with
Love.
Elton John. Don't let the sun go down on me. That's number
slow,
one.
Too slow.
No, that's number
Too slow
one
for me.
That is definitely his best one. Did he do one with Mary J. Blige?
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, big challenge from Harvey Elliott.
Yeah. Until the rainbow burns
Oh,
the
that.
stars
Oh,
out
yeah.
the sky.
That's a great song.
You don't know it, do you?
I do actually. Yeah, it's a great song.
Why are you wearing Crystal Palace regalia? Why are you wearing Crystal Palace?
Lads.
That's how.
Let's not
out of
talk
touch
about
Rory
brands.
is
Yeah,
these days.
let's not talk about brands on the show. Okay, we're a brandless show except for a couple of very special partners, of course. NordVPN being one of them, massive partners for the stream and the podcast, and we're really appreciative of it. And we've got to say, lads, by the way, 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. There's a second tier I'm opening up, lads. If you're the second group of 100,000 to subscribe, you're the second OGs. Is that catchy? Is that catchy for you?
So we're just never letting it die, yeah?
No, until we get to 1 million, then it's gone.
So 1 million
But
OGs.
it's like a certain class of OG. So the OGs, thank you so much if you're watching.
VIP OGs.
VIP. You're going to get special gifts potentially.
OG,
I'm
triple
not going
OG.
to commit to anything.
Yeah, it's true. You have to get with NordVPN. They've been so good to us. We're delighted to partner with them. And it is the fastest VPN in the entire world. No lagging when you're streaming. It is fantastic.
Yeah, no buffering. The great thing for me is it stops malware sort of tracking you across the internet. We know all these websites that we use. We don't know, the kind of how it's all working, and these VPNs are stopping, especially NordVPN,
And
stopping the tracking
when you're
of malware.
traveling, you use a public Wi-Fi. You're not going to get infiltrated.
You know what's good as well for me? You know when I'm away from home and I want to watch Match of the Day or something that's only on British TV, change your VPN, get it on UK. Happy days.
Beautiful.
Or Netflix. You know when you get bored of what's on Netflix?
Yeah.
You can change it to the US and you can see what they have on.
Can I ask a question about that? So say you change it, not to the US, but say you were to change it to a different country's Netflix.
India.
Say you change it to Indian Netflix. Do you then have to subtitle it?
That's complicated, isn't it?
They
No,
would have English.
don't.
They would have English speaking
Dubbed over the
shows
top.
There you go.
Yeah.
with
So
subtitles.
There
yeah.
you go. And it is the price of a cup of coffee in London. And one subscription gets you six. 6 people have access. So we could get one, and all of us in this room, everyone in this room is covered.
Plus one extra special
Plus one
guest.
extra for you.
Who?
Comment below if you want it.
The very first OG, whoever that is.
Oh, that's
That's a
Phil.
foul.
Wow, T got done.
There's been a few challenges
Go
today.
on, Barry.
Harvey Elliott already.
Harvey
been a
Elliott.
very
He's a
erratic
nasty
Harvey
guy.
Elliott is a player that I rated really highly,
Yeah.
and he hasn't lived up to the expectation that I thought he
Told you
would.
so.
But do
Time for us.
you think that, and then you think actually starting week in, week out for Liverpool?
No,
At the
but
age of
that's
19,
because-
20.
that's
after
because-
after a major leg break, wasn't it? Or ACL? Was it ACL or leg break?
Yeah,
Whatever
it was a leg break, wasn't it, against Leeds United?
Yeah, leg break. So he's actually, I think what you're saying is right, but there's also like
No, but when
he's
you say
playing a
starting
6
for
out of 10
Liverpool,
for Liverpool.
he's starting for Liverpool, but he probably shouldn't be. Like he's starting because of a lack of other options. There are certain players in this Liverpool team that,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
for them to be at the level that they
I
want
don't
to
think
be
he's
at,
been
they
bad,
shouldn't.
Harvey Elliott. I don't think he's been great, but he's not been bad.
I
I think he's
I
at the
haven't
same level
been
as the Tide.
particularly Salah. If Salah had controlled that would have been a very.
What's happened to him? He's he's not dangerous anymore, is he, Salah? Are you worried about Salah? Like if we'd done this stream a year ago,
I'm not-
if we'd done this,
I-
I've got a lot
While
of
this
stress in my
game's
life.
going
I've got
on,
a
I'm not
lot to
gonna
worry
write
about. But of all of the things
no,
I'm
but I'm
worried
saying
about,
if we'd done this stream a year ago, Adam sat there saying, "Oh, we've got to put 2 on Salah, whatever it is, we've got to kind of counter Salah's." He's arguably the best player in the world last year, arguably.
yeah, he
Well, I
was.
was just
the beginning of
Where
last
is he now?
He's had a year
Firmino was
off,
just
hasn't
shown on the screen as well, and he's leaving.
No, it's over, isn't it? You know that
era.
team. It's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had a good time.
Decent time.
Perhaps arguably slightly underwhelming.
Definitely
considering
underwhelming.
how good they've been. Should they have scored more, one more?
They
Should
won
have?
every trophy, although not at the same time.
4 trophies in 6 years.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to
That's-
ask you. Did
yeah.
they underachieve with that team and with what Klopp was doing?
And they
There's
lost
many
2
times I
Champions
said he was
finals.
the best manager in the world.
And I'm going to get a lot of bitter comments, but they lost 2 Champions League finals against real sides, the 2 Real Madrid sides. They won against Spurs. They won a Champions League final against sides,
but
the guys that were happy to be there.
Yeah, but they played other teams to get there. It's. I think overall, it's a very impressive era. But considering how good I thought they were, considering how dominant they were at times, and considering that they had the best player in virtually every position on the. At one point, the best right back in the world was Trent Alexander-Arnold. The best left back was Andy Robertson. The best centre half was Virgil van Dijk. The best keeper was their keeper. They had so much, but they were up against Guardiola's Man City, which I suppose is also
I think those Real
worthy
Madrid
of
games,
conversation.
the Real Madrid finals, to not beat one of them. What
They
did they
not
lost?
win one of them.
They lost.
They lost in
last year,
Kiev. They
and
lost in Kiev and Paris
at the start.
They lost in Kiev and Paris, and they won in
They've
Madrid.
been in 3 Champions League finals with Klopp and lost 2. And they won 1 against Spurs.
Doesn't matter.
I can't say anything.
Doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't, but I think for the legacy of Liverpool, the narrative historically will be a little bit dampened by the fact they couldn't get past Real Madrid, like a real final. I'd
argue, given the fact that
the
league
Chelsea
title hadn't been there for so long, and he did that.
When you
I think it almost counts as. I know it doesn't, but it almost counts as like 3 league titles. You know what I mean?
Wait, why?
Like the importance of that title for Liverpool. They hadn't won the league in how long?
They haven't won the league for 30 years.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was a huge league title for them to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's as big as...
And therefore, they'll be remembered differently.
No, but you don't
feel
like
that,
Chelsea went 50 years without the title, but it didn't... You win the league, don't you? Like, you don't win the league with a little bit more. You don't. It doesn't mean more. It's the history books will say that it was Liverpool's, 20th title?
19th.
19th
No, but
title.
there is historical significance because it's the first in the Premier League era. There is weight to that. It means more than their 5th Division 1 title.
I don't think it does.
If you rank them, yeah, of course it does.
So what? So you think Mourinho's title in 05 means more than Ancelotti's in 2010?
To the fans,
There's an
maybe,
argument,
yeah.
Sorry, 05 is the first or the second for me?
05 is Mourinho's first.
Yeah.
And
so
Chelsea's first for 50 years.
There's a narrative historically
Do you
speaking
look back
that it
at the
means more.
first one more fondly?
Maybe. I
You're the one who can answer that
I used a bad example because the Ancelotti one was part of the double, the first time that we ever won the double. So maybe that was kind of very significant for a slightly different reason. But no, I feel like they only mean the same. Winning the league is exceptional, beautiful, wonderful.
When we won the FA Cup the
exhilarating.
second time in the post takeover era, that was way less significant.
No, but
for me.
cups. When you become Man City, cups become, and Chelsea are the same. Cups, sadly, do feel slightly downgraded because of other aspirations. Because you're focused on winning the European Cup or winning the Premier League. The FA Cup does feel like a slightly different.
We'd gone 60 years without winning a league title since the late 60s, and yeah, of course the Aguero one is way more significant than Pellegrini's winning.
Yeah, but Aguero was because of what happened, because of the way that it was won, because of the impact that it had on Manchester United, your biggest rival. Because
yeah.
Like,
do you know what I'm trying to say? That there are ways of ranking them.
I mean, I suppose a Liverpool fan would have to tell me if that league title would have meant more than maybe winning the league last year.
They weren't sat there.
Yeah, but
No, I'm not trying to wind you up. I'm like, for a fan,
what do you
they watch
believe
it on TV like that? I'm not saying that's a good thing.
Did it really happen?
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? It's not very nice.
Do you know who was saying that yesterday, which was making me laugh? When I was doing that Sky show, Smithy was at the cup final. Smithy was at the cup final last week, and Joe Tomlinson, who is a Manchester United fan, wasn't. And Smithy was going, "You can't celebrate like this. Doesn't count. This isn't your celebration." Like I think being there, like the fact that Liverpool fans couldn't be in the room, doesn't impact. Good
Anthony's
hit,
just had a good shot, saved by Alisson. Our first real effort. Liverpool have been a better team so far. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have been the best team, but that was a good hit. I think the keeper should have done better there. Like, just to parry that away, that's a catchable shot. Isn't it? I suppose it bounces just before it's on him. Tell you who's dodgy keeper, your keeper. Dodgy.
Who? Edison?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Dodge.
Why?
Just dodge.
Give me an example.
Just loads of them.
You specify. Good against Newcastle. Clean sheet yesterday.
I think he's just looked slightly
panicky.
Slightly.
He was yesterday. All jokes. He could have given a penalty to Isaac yesterday.
Yesterday just booted it like a couple of times. His distribution was shoddy.
I think he's feeling pressure. I think we've got a real keeper in there, Ortega.
Do you think?
Who's done well in the FA Cup and the League Cup and.
That would be inspiring.
I might be wrong, but I think Ortega looked like a little shaky the last time I watched him play for you.
Last time, Bristol City? No, he looked good against Bristol City. But I don't think either of them are. I think Edison's got a big gap between him and someone like a Schmeichel or Cech. He's going to have the legacy in terms of trophies as one of the most prominent keepers in the history of the Premier League, but not enough. You know those kind of 1% like even a Shea Given, like those kind of 1% saves that you get out of nowhere. I don't see enough of that from Edison for me. Do you know what I mean?
You had me, and then you went Shea Given. So
no, I use Shea Given as an example of he had that the shot stopper.
He met him in the week.
I'm just,
is that what it is? Are you mates now?
I was gassed, by the way. I love Shea Given. What a signing that was back in the day.
Very short goalie, isn't he?
But he was 6 foot something when I met him. He was
he's shrunk now, but when I met him, he was 6. Yeah,
when he was in goal, he was 5'10".
Yeah. Some keepers though, they do just look sort of
Shay
slightly.
Given was a top class keeper.
No, it was very good.
He was a good goalie.
Very good.
Good for Newcastle.
He is
as well.
He's a good shot stopper. That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say. He has that crazy save in him.
Very good goalie, but not.
Like a Pickford's got that crazy save in him out of nowhere. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Edison doesn't quite have that, which frustrates me a little bit.
Yeah. I suppose it's his distribution, which is what's supposed to
I've
set
not
him
seen
apart.
it for a
isn't
while.
it?
I've not seen that long
certainly not
diagonal. I've
yesterday.
not seen it yet this
No,
season.
I agree.
Not much.
Certainly not yesterday, anyway. But big win for you.
Yeah, clean sheet. Phil Foden's back in form. He looks unbelievable. Scored
Jack
13 goals in the league this
Really
season.
good.
Lovely goal as well.
Oh.
Big goal as well. You know, to just settle the nerves.
14 minutes
Because
in.
also he just picked the ball up and basically went, all right,
This is a goal.
see you later. Yeah. see you in a
Yeah.
bit. I'm off.
I think the interesting narrative is about Newcastle now. I think they were at, I mean, this isn't to, be disrespectful to them because of what they've achieved this season so far, but they look really flat.
Yeah, they are.
really poor.
He needs to find an answer, Eddie Howe. He needs to find the answer. Like you can't constantly talk about the fact that the expectations have changed. Like, if I bring up that Eddie Howe needs to get this right, and the point of being a good manager is to find a way sometimes. It isn't necessarily always about philosophy or future or building or legacy. It's about here and now, find a way. You know the way Arteta has done recently? Just nothing else matters, secure the 3 points. Eddie Howe needs to get a win. He needs to sort his team out.
Back-to-back losses now in all
I
competitions.
they
did think
can't
the
score,
performance
man.
wasn't
No, they
that
can't
bad
score.
though against City.
Who's that?
When City scored early against Newcastle, I did think, they're going to get battered
They-
4
they-
or 5 now.
Adam,
They-
it's the
And
same.
City had a lot of Newcastle had a lot of
They had
chances. that
3
one.
chances that
Yeah, Callum
should have
Wilson,
buried.
man.
you should put your foot
yeah.
on. We all could have put our foot on it. Goes in. It was like
I think
60 yards out of goal.
Wilson's since the World Cup. I think Wilson's just been chronically out of form. I think he's a good player as well.
Yeah,
but
I do
been
too.
chronically out of form.
Yeah.
But do you know? It's the second time. Obviously, I've watched Newcastle now in consecutive weekends, and both times I've watched them, I appreciate that they're up against very good sides. But do you know what? There hasn't been ever when I've been watching Newcastle in the last 2 games any semblance of jeopardy that they're not going to lose. Like we watched them together last week against Manchester United. Manchester United were always going to win that cup.
Yeah.
I never felt. I know it will be different.
You know
for
what?
because you're there or
You know
whatever.
what? In the second half, I just thought we'd won.
Yeah, you've won a
Yeah,
cup.
yeah.
But
But I thought it before.
I
Shouldn't be that
watched
way.
it back and they had
Yeah.
a few chances and it
Yeah.
felt squeaky watching it back.
Yeah.
But I never felt nervous during that second half.
No, but
They
I
don't
would
have the
say
squad
before
to
the game.
replenish. They don't have the squad yet. They
No,
will,
it's a
but they don't have the
It's a
moment.
little bit of a. When I was looking at their squad, when I was looking at their team on paper, like you look at the players that they had on the bench, it's like Isaac and St. Maximin. It's a good team,
Yeah.
and it should certainly. From the position that they were in, I think it's fair to say that if now Newcastle don't make top 4, at the beginning of the season it wouldn't be like this. But if Newcastle now don't make top 4, I think that's a slightly underwhelming season for them.
I think if they come 5th, they could. I don't think they will, by the way.
No,
Maybe we can
I
do
think
our
they're gonna
predictions
free
later.
fall now.
But I think they could come 9th because I think the way I'd rather be a side coming from 9th, 10th up. I'd rather be with momentum at the end of the season. These lads, I mean, for me, the big one, if you sign, sometimes we forget all the money that's thrown around in football. If you sign someone like Anthony Gordon, it's not about a long-term vision. Sometimes you just need impact right then and there. He starts against City. Shocking.
Yeah, terrible.
Shocking. If you can't beat Kyle Walker, which that was his task, to beat Kyle Walker, and Mbappe couldn't do it in the World Cup, it's a tough task. I'm not saying...
No, but it's
At
about
least hold the
finding a
ball.
way.
At least hold
Exactly.
the ball.
Exactly.
Be physical.
It's
Lay the ball off to the fullback. Whatever it is. But he tried every single time to beat him on the overlap, beat him with skill, and he lost the ball.
No, but
4 or
also,
5
you have
times.
to be intelligent, don't you? As a footballer, it's your responsibility, and maybe as a manager as well. You need to come up with an answer. Kyle Walker is very good at everything, but he's especially good at a battle of pace. So don't fight him on his home turf. Do something else.
Yeah.
Do something else. Like try and find the chink in the armour, which may not exist, but come up with it. And I'm quite pleased because I have a weird dislike. Generally footballers, looking at Fred, Andy Robertson, I don't really feel either way about them. Anthony Gordon, really don't like the way he conducted himself there.
Yeah.
When he effectively went on strike, didn't he?
Yeah.
He effectively
Boyhood
went on
club.
strike when his boyhood club were in a relegation battle.
Yeah.
So I'm not impressed by him at all. But overall, I think that Newcastle now, is it fair to say, if they don't make top 4, it will be underwhelming and potentially Eddie Howe needs to take some responsibility for that.
I disagree. I know where you're coming from. It's not a crazy shout. Oh, wow.
But why not, Buvey? Because look,
le-
expectations change. You know, Arsenal at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
At the beginning
No,
of the
I know, I
season,
know.
Arsenal would have said, "I will be really happy if we finish top 4." They would have bitten your hand off.
But you could argue they had the starting 11 and squad to do it with the experience. I still think Newcastle's starting 11 is nowhere near the Leicester City side that came 5th back-to-back seasons. I don't think it's anywhere near. They don't have, they had Jamie Vardy scoring easy goals, 15, 20 goals a season, someone like Maddison. This Newcastle side's still lacking a natural goal scorer consistently.
But wait, you've compared them to a Leicester team that I would say was very underwhelming that they didn't finish in the top 4. They had it in the bag. I remember the second time, the second time they finished 5th.
Yeah.
I remember when I was discussing it, we were all saying Leicester 3rd, like forget, like we've all got to get into the top 4 and we're all hoping to do it, whatever teams were hoping, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, whatever it was, and there's only one space available. What transpired was they dropped out and 2 of us, Chelsea and Tottenham, got in. Like, that was underwhelming. That was unacceptable from Brendan Rodgers.
I think Newcastle have to steady the ship, see a lot of positives at the back end of the season, because there will be an argument about Eddie Howe's time at Bournemouth, where, again, it started off very well. They came to the Premier League. They were hard to beat. People forget that. And then at the back end of his time at Bournemouth, I know they had bad injuries, unlucky. It's a different kind of club to Newcastle, but they were soft. They did run out of ideas.
He's very anti-football as well, isn't he? You know the way that his team plays? When you think about the traditions of Newcastle United, it's... They really do pride themselves on kind of free-flowing attacking football. And some of the players that they've idolised in the past, it will be Faustino Asprilla, David Ginola, Peter Beardsley, players that are gorgeous footballers, beautiful footballers on the eye. And this isn't that. Like, remember when Arteta went mad at Eddie Howe? He was actually justified. I was watching that game, and I wanted Newcastle to get the point that they were after. Yeah. And even I was annoyed at the way Newcastle. When you're just like, time wasting, but just being anti-football. And I suppose it's a bit Simeone, who he's.
I don't think he's got many footballers in that team. I think the only footballer is Bruno Guimaraes.
Kieran Trippier's not a footballer. Kieran Trippier's not a footballer, no?
Kieran Trippier's one, of course.
Come on, Buvey,
but there's a couple. There's a couple.
Mate, they've
got Dan Burn at left back. They've got Dan Burn at left back. They've got Joe Linton in midfield. Joe Linton's touch goes backwards. That's how bad it is. They've got a lad up front in Callum Wilson's always injured. Almiron, I don't care about Almiron. I don't think he's all that. I think he's overrated. I think he's not a natural footballer.
This isn't true.
This isn't true.
I think they do have the skills.
Do you think close to being right though? I don't think this is a Newcastle squad that. I know context and your circumstances change throughout the season, but. Even when they were in 4th, I don't think I ever expected them to finish inside.
They were in
that 3rd. If they get
3rd,
you're talking about the money machines. You're talking about Spurs.
That's an amazing season.
How did Spurs get 4th last season? It's because it's they know how to grind out point after point after point. And Tottenham did it last season.
Yeah, Tottenham did it last season because Arsenal capitulated.
But they've also got a squad capable. They've got a Champions League squad. Newcastle don't have a Champions League squad yet.
They don't. Tottenham don't have a Champions League squad.
They've been in the Champions League 4 or 5 years out of the last 6.
You look through that Tottenham squad.
I'm not saying they're any good, by the way, but they're good enough for 4th.
That Tottenham squad, player for player, is less inspiring than the Newcastle squad.
No way.
100%.
Not for me. It's different now after...
You look at that back line. You look at that Newcastle back line.
So Son, Kane, Kulusevski up front. Eric Dyer's an England international. Lloris in goal. I don't even back.
You're just saying names. They're playing really badly.
No, but I'm giving you names that are better than Newcastle.
I could easily do the same, like just saying names.
But I'll just give you 3 names.
Okay. You look at their back line.
Kane start for Newcastle.
Okay, Højbjerg, Eric.
Start for Newcastle.
Højbjerg, Eric Dyer.
Start for Newcastle. Yeah.
Wait, what? Sorry.
They all start for Newcastle. These lot.
Not in current form.
But I'm talking about last season, Kulusevski was unbelievable.
Last season, he was unbelievable, but it doesn't matter. Like 20 seasons ago, Gaza was wicked for them. It doesn't matter what he was doing last season. This season, his performances have been abysmal. And aside from a hat-trick against West Ham United, I think it was.
No, I'm not even saying this season. I know they lost to Wolves. I agree with you. What I'm trying to say is last season, Spurs, we agree, were dreadful, but they had the quality up front. Kulusevski was in good form then, I'm saying. I'm not saying now. Yeah. Son, etc., Kane. They were all able to grind out result after result.
But why do you think it's acceptable for Newcastle United to have spent so much money? It's all very well for us to talk about Eddie Howe doing very well, and of course he did. I like what he did. I like the way he improved. I like this intensity thing that he tries to instill in his players. I like Eddie Howe. I really do, and I think they should give him a bit of time. But they should not have spent a lot of money, mate. They really did.
You have to spend $1 billion. You have to spend $1 billion.
Mate, it's all very well going, Eddie Howe did well, and of course he did.
Yeah.
But mate, Nick Pope, Kieran Trippier, Sven Botman, Dan Burn,
Gordon's a waste of money.
Isaac, Gordon. This is off the top of my head. Like massive money, massive cash injections.
So where are they at? 200 million?
But so did Spurs. So did Liverpool.
No, hang on. It's not 200 million.
What is it, 250
70 million was Isaac.
So what is it since the takeover?
I
Last
don't know.
January?
I don't know.
It's
Carol
250?
Vorderman is not my middle name, but the point, it doesn't. You don't need to do the maths on it. Like
No,
the
but I
point
think
is,
it's-
they
no,
spent
I
a
think you actually
fortune.
do.
They
I
were
think
in
you do,
third.
Roars.
They spent a fortune. They spent
Yeah.
a fortune. They were in third. They were playing very well. They weren't conceding goals, and it's gone wrong. They've been found out.
But Roy, they spent 100. All right, let's just say they spent 200 million quid. Then let's just say it's that kind of number. They spent that on a side on top of the Mike
This
Ashley
season
side
so
that had no
far-
money.
This season so far, 185 million.
Yeah, see, so you were
On top
wrong.
of what? On top of a threadbare squad that was terrible. They've had to start from scratch. They nearly got relegated before the takeover. Spurs have been in and around Champions League football for 6 years. I'm not even saying Spurs are that good. I'm just saying Spurs are able to grind out top four for a reason.
Yeah, okay. Look,
That's what I'm saying.
I think we're kind of focusing on Tottenham for no real
As an example,
reason.
an ugly dross side that is still able to grind out top four every season. That's what I'm trying to say.
The funny thing about you referring to Tottenham like that, that's like the worst way that you could talk about Tottenham to a Tottenham fan. But I just think that society.
Although they probably agree with you right now.
You know, with some,
terrible.
yeah, they would agree, but they would hate it as well.
But you put the money
you-
on them getting top four.
Booth,
That's what I'm
Booth,
trying to say.
you know when some teams you can go. I don't know. Maybe some managers and teams together they get a pass. So I feel like you're not holding Eddie Howe to the same standards that you would other managers. You're not holding Newcastle United to the same standard that you would other managers.
Yeah,
Like-
because two seasons ago, they nearly got relegated by Steve Bruce.
Yeah, they spent 200 million quid since then.
You can't change it around. It took Man City in an era where you could make a case it was easier to spend more money when Newcastle being held by financial fair play more than Man City were. Yeah, Chelsea could go out and sign 11 players in the first takeover era as well.
Chelsea were in the Champions League. It's completely
All
different.
right, fine. I'm not going to bring Chelsea into it. Man City were able to do it, and it still took us 2 years to get into the Champions League.
Yeah, it didn't take you.
We signed Tevez. He wasn't a Champions League player for 2 years. They've been a takeover club for a year. So they got another year to go. In my
Because it was
opinion,
a very different situation. Because at that time there was 4 places for the Champions League, and there were, as it was referred to in the press at the time, there was a
Has
big
he missed
four.
that?
There was a big four.
That's a
it was
huge
it was Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United,
Yeah.
and Liverpool.
Yeah.
They were the big four. So for you to break into that was very difficult. Whereas now it's far more fluid. And this season in particular, where Newcastle are hoping to do it, Chelsea aren't even in the conversation. Let's just forget that they even exist. I'd say that Tottenham are there for the taking, but they're probably going to do it. You say Liverpool were there for the taking,
you're right
but I
about
think
that.
they're
You're
going
right
to do
about
it.
the context of the season, 100%.
So the context of the season is relevant.
So we say City and Arsenal, they're guaranteed, of course. Man United are there because they spent a load of money. They've got £1 billion in the squad, and they're third where they should be. That's where they should be, in and around third, second,
But
third.
they should. But
So there's
Newcastle
one
should
spot-
be in the top
So
four.
you're saying there's one spot to go then? That's
one
a
spot
fair-
to go. Deal.
So you got Spurs in there with whatever you say about Conte, he's one of the best managers in world football.
He's not there, and they're awful,
Yeah,
and they're losing
I
every
know,
other
but
week.
they're still in. They're still
losing
there
ev-
mathematically.
they're
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're losing every
terrible.
other week, and Newcastle aren't there to
Would
make
you
it
still
count.
expect Spurs to pick
That's
up
what I'm
more
trying to say.
points than Newcastle?
You give Kane an opportunity. He'll score 15 goals from now to the end of the season. They haven't got that, Newcastle.
He's the only player. You're literally focusing on the one player at
Well, no, I've
Tottenham
said
that is playing well.
Kulusevski, I've
No,
said
he's playing
Son.
badly. Though you're saying.
I don't think
you're saying players that are playing badly.
I'm not saying right now. I'm not saying they're playing good, but I'm trying to say that Spurs in the next 5 to 6 games can grind out results.
You're not
Son will
answering
find a
my.
bit of
You're not
form.
answering my question because my question is. That, like I said to you, Kane is the only player that can do it, and you went, well, Kulusevski, and I'm going, well, no, not Kulusevski because he's dreadful.
I think he could do it. I'm trying in the running
Go on,
for top
Andy.
4.
Yeah,
You could put money on Son and Kulusevski having good seasons.
And my statement on this, and I'd love to know what people think at home. I think Newcastle not making sure that they're ahead of Tottenham, a Tottenham team that are losing games, by the way, a Tottenham team that are so vulnerable, a Tottenham team that are effectively a one-man team. I'm saying that Newcastle not making sure that they are above them. Bearing in mind that at one stage they had a significant cushion
okay.
over them. They should have.
We don't
they
have to-
should have had.
I think that's relevant if they finish outside of the European spots.
Yeah.
But if they finish outside of the top 4, I think that's still
They
unfair.
come 5th.
They shouldn't be finishing 4th.
If they come
I
10th,
disagree.
it's terrible.
No, but
But if they come 5th, that's good.
at the beginning, it's not
They
good.
nearly got
It's not
relegated
good
last
from where
season.
they were, though.
You know they nearly got relegated last
Yeah,
season.
of course, but
It's like
things-
if Arsenal
mate,
finished
they're a
second
different
now. I
club
don't think
to
it's
get- They're a
bad
different
thing.
club, mate.
But you can't
They're a
change a
different
club in a
club.
year. You can't change a
They
club in a
have.
year.
They have. Look at the team. Look at the
But it
players.
takes another year on top of that to blend everyone in.
But you'll never
Took
have an
Tevez
easier
2 years
time.
at
You'll
City.
never have an easier time to finish in the top 4 than you will this season because Chelsea aren't
You're
there.
saying
Chelsea
it's
will be
I'm
there
not,
next
not to
season.
go, but I'm just saying you're saying it's easy, but we're agreeing there's only one spot to fight for. Spurs and Liverpool are still going to fight. It's not
And,
over yet. It's
and
13 games to
Liverpool
go.
have been in crisis.
Yeah, and
Liverpool have been in crisis, and you think they're going to finish above Newcastle?
I think there's a good chance they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm saying it's underwhelming from Newcastle.
I'm
Right.
just saying you can't
Boys.
expect Newcastle to do that well. That
Where do you
quickly.
think they finished? Because you earlier at the start of this conversation said 9th, and I think Buvey's due.
Whoa.
That wasn't a foul.
It was definitely a foul, mate. He elbows him in the face.
That's a foul.
That's not a
Think
foul.
about it.
That's not a foul, man. Get on with it. That's not an elbow in the face.
That's a foul.
He's pushed him back.
You
and
can't raise. He did that with his elbow. It's at a 45-degree angle.
Mate, if Salah's
He's
face,
just done his little. You see
if
how
Salah's
he controlled
face
that?
is near Martinez's elbow, there's a problem. Because Martinez is 4 foot tall.
Mate.
Salah's face was low.
It was a Conor McGregor, mate.
His face is low.
Anyway,
Yeah,
where
don't
do you
put your
think-
face so low.
Fuck! Bruno should have scored.
Can
What's the ball
can
from
we do
below?
a poll in the chat, by the way? I'd love a poll.
About Newcastle, is it underwhelming or not?
I did
if
do
they come
one,
below
boys.
fifth.
I did do one, but it wasn't that. I just said, who do they think finishes higher, Newcastle or Spurs?
what's the
I still kind of think Liverpool are going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is Newcastle competing with a side that nearly won a quadruple last season.
No, but you're
and
framing
Spurs that
it.
are a Champions League side for the last 7 years.
You're framing it in a way. You're saying they nearly won a quadruple last season. Okay, but you've also spoken about them being in crisis way more recently than that. So they're a club that have been in crisis way more recently than the quadruple.
Where are
that you're
Newcastle
flagging.
going to finish?
Newcastle are going to finish 7th.
Yeah, they
I
are.
kind of agree. I think they're going 3-4.
Yeah.
And
I'd rather
when you
be-
said that, I looked at Brighton
Yeah.
are 3 points behind them with a game in hand.
I'd rather be Brighton.
Brentford are 6 points
Brighton have
behind
got a
them
new
with
lease
game
of
in
life.
Yeah.
They got rid of the top
rid of Graham Potter. Oh, he's got to score.
Oh, he should do that. That's terrible from Rashford.
He's got to
A
score that,
world-class
Rashford.
striker scores that.
He's got to score that,
World-class
Rashford. You need
scores that.
Rashford by his own high standards. That's a very easy
Kane
chance.
scores
You know?
that. Kulusevski
Also,
scores
he's got a touch there if he
you
wants
know what
it.
I
What's
think
he
it is?
doing
What's
there?
Van Dijk doing?
Mate, they're terrible.
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk's gone, by the way. He's gone.
I think the keeper's positioning is trying to make him force it.
Right,
In the
I know
corner.
what he's tried to do, but he's
should've-
made a
you've
big
gotta
deal of
hit
it.
it.
Yeah,
Or
He
you take a
overthinks
top-
things sometimes, Rashford.
United should have scored here.
That's terrible.
yeah,
That's
two half decent.
terrible.
I think Bruno Fernandes did
No, he
did
did
well
well.
with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
difficult chance. Yeah. And also, I think the keeper gets it if it's on target. It's a very awkward angle.
Played Rafa.
Oh,
It's going to get scrappy, this, isn't
mate,
it?
Liverpool's midfield.
Liverpool
Shocking.
started off the better team for the first 20 minutes.
It's a terrible pass.
That's awful.
Now, watching you, it's so
Vouty.
Is that
boring.
Wouty boy?
Vouty, I thought he was the best playmaker in the world, according to you lot.
No, I've called
You
him
said he dropped-
Wouty from day
You said
dot.
he was incredible against Newcastle as a number 10. You said second half, Adam.
You said that as well.
Yeah, you did say
No, I
that.
said
as well.
congrats on winning
No.
the League Cup, the first one in 6 years.
I ridiculed you both for saying it.
Now, what do you think about this, right? £1 billion for one League Cup in 6 years. Is that good value for money? Or
How many
what? I'm just
billion-
asking a question. I'm just, no. It's
How many
isn't
billion you
biased.
spent and not got a European?
No,
Cup
I'm
yet?
not. Mate, why'd you have to bring it? Why are you being so defensive? I'm
not.
asking you an honest question. You spent £1 billion
And we won
to
a
win
European
League Cup.
trophy in that time.
No, I'm talking about the League Cup. You won one League Cup in 6 years.
Mourinho won a Europa League.
No, but since that day
These lot
after,
haven't won a
I'm
European
counting
trophy.
from a day after that Europa League win. That's one
We
League Cup
can
in
all-
6
we
I'm
can-
years.
setting the parameters of this
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, I did. I asked Adam, and he went defensive about it.
I'm
just
setting the
wondering.
conversation at one day after your answer. So it starts one day after that.
But fair play on winning the League Cup. You know, £1 billion. I mean, if I could spend £1 billion on anything, I wouldn't buy a League Cup with it. I'd buy a yacht. I'd go to Monaco.
I would.
maybe.
What would I do if I could?
Play poker in Monaco, lads.
I would not buy Koulibaly or Cucurella.
You could buy 20 Koulibalys for that. 50 million.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them.
No?
No.
A team full of Koulibalys.
Did you see Mason Mount dancing on
I
TikTok?
did. I told you to do that video, remember?
Oh yeah, you inspired that actually. That was very good.
What did
Hey,
you,
But you didn't turn
I did a
Stitch on
TikTok.
TikTok, for God's sake. You should
those
have turned
that don't
Stitch on.
know.
I was going
I
to
did turn
reply.
it on.
No, you didn't. It's not on yours.
I did a stitch.
No, but you should let me stitch your stitch.
Yeah, you can.
I can't. You turned it off.
I don't know how.
I was going to stitch your stitch.
Okay, I'll turn it
For
back.
those
on
that don't know, Mason Mount did a video with Amelia de Moldenberg dancing. And Rory, what are your thoughts on it?
You lost the plot, Roris.
Yeah, I mean, no, I thought it was appalling. I was really annoyed as well, especially as it was Mason Mount. Like he's meant to be, like I think fans identify with Mason Mount, and Chelsea are in crisis. Mason Mount is supposed to be the conduit between fans and the team, and the fans at the moment are not feeling like dancing about like a pillar. Also, I mean, what is he doing? He's not dancing. He's just like waddling about like a fool.
So you're saying if he was dancing well, it would make it better?
Yeah, say he was doing some proper good moves like MC Hammer.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
There's something weird about the footballers, you know, the influencer thing.
Mate, they're
you
all
know?
really up for it, aren't they?
I know.
I don't understand
I get
it.
it's important. I'm
No,
not
it's
trying
not.
to be
It's not to
antiquated.
them though. I don't understand why. Like, you know, if you're Mason Mount, I don't understand why you're on Instagram. Like, I genuinely don't. Like, have one maybe for a private one where you look at pictures of your like
No,
nieces
I
and
think
nephews.
not. I think not being on Instagram is not the argument. I think these guys are all going to be social media.
No, I'm just saying I
they
don't
need
understand.
it for
why.
their
If I was a-
long-term
Go on.
career.
If I was
Give the ball now.
if
Oh,
I won the
too
lottery,
slow.
I wouldn't be on Instagram.
Why did he wait so long?
Yeah, but these footballers,
They
need it
want
for
it.
their
That's what I'm
media.
saying. I just
You know
don't
what I mean?
understand why they want it. I don't
Because
understand why.
Can't not
when
be.
football's finished, although they will have a lot of money, they'll be very bored.
So
With
they
an
need-
Instagram following, you can do things. Real Ferdinand's shown it. Like, he used to get criticised for all his 5 stuff at the start, selling caps and all that. And now look, he's got a career after his career. do you
But
know
he
what
would
I
have
mean?
had that anyway with BT.
Yeah, with
wouldn't
BT,
he?
but he's also got his own thing going on.
Yeah, if BT did anything, he's got his own channel.
Yeah, I suppose. But I feel like he could have had all that without needing to dance about like a pillock on the internet. And he
Oh,
has,
yeah,
in fact, 'cause
He's
he hasn't
timed
done
it wrong. He's timed it poorly.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it
Because
does.
Amelia de Moldenburg's there, and she doesn't care about.
Maybe
you know,
it was one of them
just
things
post it
where, you
another
know,
time.
when
yeah.
you know
post
when
it
you're with
another
the
time.
girl that you really like, she asks you to do something and you really don't want to do it, but you're
No,
like,
he wanted to do it, man. You should see his face.
yeah, that's what I mean.
He's so up for it.
Yeah, he was up for. Yeah, he was
He
gassed.
wants to
up.
impress her.
He was gassed to be in
He's
front
so up
with
for it.
Amelia de
Yeah, he
Moldenburg.
didn't impress anyone doing that. Nobody's watched him do that and has gone, oh, that's good. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because of the amount of wind up that I found it. And it was the fact that it was him.
Yeah, of
Just
all
like,
people.
mate, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Why are you pushing this live now? Chelsea are in crisis. Chelsea fans are so demoralised.
But you won
Like,
yesterday. Big win, that.
Do you know what it means? Like, do you know why it's a
Especially
big
against
win?
Leeds.
It's great to beat Leeds. It's so important for Chelsea to beat Leeds. Like, we couldn't have a situation where Leeds do the double over us. So it's wonderful to beat Leeds. I'm very happy with that. It also amplifies the chance of Leeds going down, which on one level I'm really up for. On another level, I don't want Leeds to go down because the Premier League is a far better place having Leeds United in it. But equally, rivalry, so relegate them good. So it helps on that front as well. But wait, is there such a thing as like a depressing win?
Yeah.
Because that was
Set
it.
piece.
That
Bit
was
route
it.
one, wasn't it?
It was a depressing win.
Yeah.
Like nothing
Didn't
about
look
the
good, did it?
performance looked like a victory.
No. Do you think it's a platform for the future? The
No,
Champions League
no, we'll
fixture?
go out of Dortmund.
Yeah?
Dortmund knock us out.
There's no platform for any kind of even 5 minutes. João Felix hit the bar with a really nice effort.
João Felix
That looked
loves
good.
to hit the bar. Like, he
Yeah,
loves
he's
to
hit it
hit
about 5
wood-
times,
Yeah, he loves
hasn't
to hit
he?
woodwork. Like he's an amazing player because very, very few players can demonstrate sort of two facets of a character in the same game, almost in the same moment. Very few people in any industry can be simultaneously amazing and brilliant and mind-blowingly good, and then at the same time just make a bit of a pig's ear of it all.
Wait, did you do that yesterday? Or were you talking about Fulham?
No, just generally speaking. Generally speaking, I would say so. Fulham is a perfect case study to use here. He started like a house on fire. He looks brilliant. The touch is so silky. He's such a good footballer.
Yeah.
So beautiful on the ball. Finds it all so easy. But he misses the best chance of the game and gets sent off. So he looks amazing. He's the best player on the pitch by a mile. Suddenly he's missed the best chance of the game and sent off.
What about
You're
now?
like, that's why
Is
you're
he
here, isn't
improved?
it?
Is he improved?
Yeah, I mean, no, not really. I mean, his performances are always very good. He's the best footballer on the pitch.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
always the best footballer on the pitch. But he half makes some mistakes.
Yeah.
And the fact that he doesn't score is probably symptomatic of why he's playing for Chelsea on loan, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's why he's had to do this. So, I mean, they're in behind here, Liverpool.
Wow.
Delors went in for a challenge there with Robertson up the field and got caught out. Left one on him as well, which I liked.
Good game.
Oh, good feet.
Oh, wow.
That's a dive,
Free
isn't
kick.
it? See, that's
Then you
that's
gotta
either
book
a
him. That's
dive
what
or
I
a
don't
booking.
get. Yeah,
There was one
come on.
yesterday when Jack Grealish went over.
That's a
Jack
foul.
Grealish went over yesterday, and I was like, that's either a definite dive or a definite booking. You can't do nothing, and that's
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do something about that situation. God, he's not a handsome man, is he? Bloody hell. Live under a bridge.
Talking
Yeah,
about
troll.
Anthony there.
Yeah. I don't know. I suppose the Barnet don't help either.
Anthony
but
looks like
it's the
a
moody
G-
old boat race don't
GTA
help.
character, doesn't he? Looks like a GTA of San Andreas or something, doesn't he? Looks like
Reminds me of something like a Batman villain.
Yeah,
Could be
Joker.
like,
Yeah, no.
Riddler.
Has he got the
Penguin face.
Penguin, Danny DeVito, Penguin.
Yeah, it's a penguin face, isn't it?
It was Danny DeVito, wasn't it?
Where's Danny DeVito? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
amazing. He's an icon.
What about the new Batman? Have you seen that?
I don't watch Batman. I'm not a child.
It's an 18, isn't it? Or
I'm not
15?
watching
It's a
Batman,
15
mate.
rated.
What, geese are going to fly away?
He goes into
There's a
print-
fight.
Mate, Batman goes into
flying.
Printworks, mate. He goes
You
into,
start
they did a
watching
scene in
that.
Printworks. The
Did
club.
they?
Yeah,
Did
yeah. They're having a big fight.
Do you know I was talking to someone? Yeah.
For real.
Big fights in Printworks every week.
Yeah. It's a good club. 6,000 people, isn't it?
No, it's a terrible club.
It's good, man.
Terrible club.
No, it's
awful,
good.
overrated,
Now
in the
it's
middle of
probably-
nowhere,
No, it's in the middle.
expensive,
But
and
do you know
it's
why?
quiet.
Do you know why
The
it's in the
speakers
middle
are
of
really
nowhere?
quiet.
Do you know why it's in the middle of
It's a
nowhere?
shithole.
What? Why is it in the middle
Why? I
of nowhere?
don't know. Tell me.
No, I'm not telling you. No, you ruined it. You crap bants.
Honestly, it's a terrible
Good
club.
club, Printworks.
And it's shutting down soon, thankfully.
They've opened a new one down there, though.
Buvey celebrating.
Yeah, I've been there.
people
The
being
bean's
out of jobs
awful.
and that.
Mm.
Pathetic.
Nothing much happening here, is it? 35 minutes into the
United
game
had
as
some
well.
chances though, man.
Mm.
This how these games are. They're never entertaining.
I expected a bit more. I thought this one could be quite a fiery affair.
There's been a few of them moments so far.
Who needs to win more?
Manchester United.
Yeah, because they're fighting for something.
Yeah. I think
Liverpool,
Liverpool
top
can,
four.
no, but Liverpool can still get top four losing this. Manchester United can't win the league losing this.
They can't win the league anyway, can they, really?
Yeah.
Like, win this and they're still in contention for the league.
Yeah,
Lose this
mathematically.
and then you take them out of contention.
Yeah,
for the league.
yeah, definitely.
I think that if you ask Eric Ten Hag at this very moment, can we win the league? I think he says yes. If Manchester United lose this game, I think he probably says no.
Oh, that's an interesting one. It's a weird part of the season as well. You feel like, you can win 6 or 7 games in a row. You can really do something special.
God, Luke Shaw barreling down the wing like a little barrel, and nobody stopped him. Like just barreling
Like
with his
Ralph
big
Wiggum.
chest.
Like a little barrel.
Nobody, yeah, he's like barrel.
What
isn't he?
barrels
He's like
run down
square,
the left wing at Anfield?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
And
It's like Donkey Kong.
literally
that's a
nobody
sponge.
stopped him.
Yeah, I know.
Like
yeah.
Trent Alexander-Arnold has not
Trent
done
don't like
anything.
defending. He's a Hollywood luxury player. Do you know what I mean? He don't like defending.
You can't
gotta
just
like
let someone
defending.
run past you like that. like even if you just stand there, just be a presence.
Do you know what he's done for the last 5 years? He's coasted on Van Dijk's brilliance. He's coasted on the fact that he knows he's got cover behind
Henderson
him.
as well, man. Relied on
Henderson,
over
Fabinho
that
covering
side.
over sometimes.
Mm.
It's made him a poor right back.
Mm.
Temperate Mix says, you three are the perfect trio. Rory the meat, the protein, McKola, the potatoes, the carbs of the discussion, then Buvey, the bucket load of salt.
Salt. Oh, that's not very nice.
I think it's
Well,
nailed,
it's
he's nailed
essential.
you there.
It's essential. Actually, salt's more important than both of your factors.
Oh, what,
that
what
was
did he? What did he call you, Adam?
Was it protein was it a carb?
Adam, no, the potato. Adam the potato.
I've often been called that.
Adam the potato.
I want to be salt. It's a fundamental, mineral to our
Yeah,
bodies.
but too much of it can kill you.
Exactly.
So be careful.
Yeah.
Too much of it
100%,
will
lad.
kill you. Winning.
Go on, what challenge?
Played Diogo.
It's being
Who's
played
the
the right way.
cheerleader there?
Shimikas. I think that was.
Would you say being played the right way?
Yeah, it feels like a.
Bit fiery.
Yeah, it feels
spicy,
fiery, doesn't it? It feels good.
Bit of
A
animosity.
few more moments of quality though. Anthony's given the ball away a couple of times.
There
He's
is.
also had our most dangerous moments as well. He's one of them though, isn't it?
Mm.
Gives the ball too many times for me. Too many times.
Oh God. It's an interesting one, Van Dijk. You know, if we subtract all banter or any kind of trolling or whatever you want to call it, Booth, subtract all that from this, genuinely. Do you think Virgil van Dijk is past it? It's got to end up in a shot on goal.
I think Anthony might have been offside. That was such a good pass by Casemiro.
Yeah, clever.
Oh shit!
That was a great one.
Harvey Elliott there, look.
Elliot was the one who gave it away initially.
Look
to
at that
Anthony.
though. See what he's done there? He's tried to fire it forward. It's been blocked and he just literally
Vegas has
launches
got
it.
to win that there, man. You got 4 foot on him.
Anthony
what he
Robertson,
does
is
here.
he
That's what he
brave
does
enough?
here.
Is he brave enough? That's a
Oh,
foul.
ref.
Terrible, Robertson.
Dirty.
Terrible.
Dirty
Yeah.
kid, isn't he?
Like you've just gone, it's just a shortcut through the play. Oh, look at that, asking for the booking.
I don't like that.
No, it's not good, is it?
Although
There's
in
no,
these games,
there's no need to
It'll
ask
wind up
either
the crowd.
because it is a booking. Like you don't probably won't need to
I
ask.
don't know if he's booked it, is he?
It's got to be
Look at his
booking.
pass.
It's a shortcut
Yeah,
through
I
the
thought
play.
it was offside. It was such a good pass though. Glad we didn't score there because it was off.
Who's
Yeah.
flicked it? Who's flicked it off him? When he was
It's
running
Alexander
through?
Arnold.
It flicked
Alexander
it away
Arnold got
from
the
him.
time. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
He got the ricochet. Yeah,
Van Dijk looks brittle.
Brittle?
Yeah.
that is a word I would never associate with Virgil van Dijk. No, brittle.
Yeah, he looks.
He looks.
I don't know. He doesn't look very
Ah,
robust. He
shit.
looks very static, maybe.
Oh wait, who's down now?
I don't.
Yeah. Van Dijk of old was so physically dominant.
Played
Do
Marcus.
you know what has
He's lost a
changed?
yard
I
of
think?
pace.
Where do you think now? So you know, at one point people were saying...
Oh, shit.
At one point, people were saying that Virgil van Dijk was the best defender to have ever played in the Premier League.
Yeah.
People were saying... I wasn't.
I know,
People were saying that.
Crazy.
Do you know those people now?
Yeah.
Where do you think they still say that? Or
No, they've gone into hiding. They've all flown to Argentina and hidden in the mountains.
No, but what level would you say that... Say you're a very serious proponent of the Van Dijk media. Where are they saying now? Are they still saying top 5? Are they saying top 3? Are they saying first still?
I still think one or two still.
Who, Van Dijk?
Yeah. People say that.
No. What do you think? You know the people that were saying...
The general consensus.
Yeah.
No, the general consensus was never that.
There's a
Those people that
hardcore
rate him
Liverpool
high.
fan base saying he's the
It
best
weren't
of all
only
time.
Liverpool though, weirdly. But obviously there were Liverpool fans.
Like Carragher said, he's the best centre half to ever play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Which just isn't
Alan
true.
Hansen and
Never
all that.
better than
No,
Alan
there was
Hansen,
also something the other week. I think in the interview with Carragher and Van Dijk said Carragher wouldn't get into the team. And then a few weeks ago, Carragher was like, he said that the other week. Well,
Oh, really?
on this form, I would get into it.
Yeah. I remember.
I think that must stick. You know, when even though it's a joke at the time, it must stick in someone like Carragher.
I think Carragher's underrated really as a centre half. I think he was a good centre half.
He's decent. Yeah.
I think he's a good centre half. Yeah. I think he'd
You know,
definitely
it
be
is
better
that
than any of the other players.
You know that Henry thing?
Yeah. Oh, Zola. Oh!
Offside.
No, it isn't.
Shit,
Is it?
it's offside.
Oh.
You know why?
No,
It come off Vegors first.
it was. There's those two clips, isn't there? Have you seen the Gianfranco Zola, Jamie Carragher one?
Yeah, the little nutmeg one.
Where he's just twisting him, twisting
I mean,
corner.
there's about 6 players offside there.
Got to hold your run, innit?
It's bad run.
Great ball.
Yeah.
Who's the ball in? Luke Shaw.
No, it was right footer, wasn't it?
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno. What a ball that was.
Gotta hold your run, man.
They're
Yeah.
too eager.
Or was it? Sometimes you've got to give credit to the offside trap.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. For me, Van Dijk, though, going back to Van Dijk, he's top 10 centre backs in the history of the Premier League. Top 10. That's it. It doesn't go much further. Than
Did
that.
you
I
ever
don't
think he
know.
was higher than that?
No.
Mm.
No.
He's not
for
top
me.
10, I don't think.
You don't even think that?
No, I'm not,
I thought I was being a bit.
I mean, if you think about
I was actually
okay,
being
so in no
deliberately
particular order, right? I'm
Yeah.
going to
Bring
try.
it
I'm going to
right
just
now.
play a game with you. I'm going to try and name 10, right?
Yeah.
And let's see if I can.
Yeah.
Just. See.
Yeah, we'll shout you down if there's any
Yeah, if
crazy ones.
I get it
but
wrong,
don't
just
think
off the
it
top of
will
my head, right? Okay, I'm going to say Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Nemanja Vidic, Ricardo Carvalho, Vincent Kompany, Tony Adams, Sol Campbell. Now,
Gakpo's in.
he's done well. Oh, he scored.
be.
Wow.
What a finish.
It's a good goal, that bastard.
He
What a
cut
finish.
back too easy.
Yeah, who was
Too easy to cut
defending
back.
that? Who was defending that?
Good finish. Very good finish. Gosh. Doesn't it show you moments in the game? Liverpool thought they had conceded, potentially under pressure, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
1-0 up in the perfect time to score, they say. Perfect time to score just
what
before
was
half-time.
that?
Fucking them weirdos, dude.
Celebration doing something with
Mate,
their
at least they
head-
didn't do a
with their hat
TikTok when they're in a relegation
That was
battle.
worse than any TikTok I've ever seen.
But
That was embarrassing.
good ball from the keeper into Henderson's feet, into Robertson's feet. There's not enough pressure on him, is there? He's holding the ball for too long.
No, Luke Shaw played
Definitely onside.
Varane too easy.
I thought it was all too
Soft,
easy.
innit?
I think
Soft.
everything was too easy.
Even Casemiro then coming back.
3
across.
passes, isn't it? 3 passes. Keeper, Robertson, Gakpo, goal. Great finish.
And then I think the Martinez runs affected De Gea's. If you look at Martinez,
Mm.
De Gea's
Blocked the
then
vision.
unsighted and
Yeah.
fine.
A bad goal to concede for United. Bad goal to concede.
That's why I'd never be sure about these games, man. Fuck off.
God, look, Klopp happy. A lot of swearing, Adam. A lot of swearing going on.
Yeah, we're losing
No-
against Liverpool.
No rules. No rules.
They started the game with a better team as well, but then United came into it, had the better. Not
I think,
clear cut-
obviously,
better
obviously that's a great goal, but I felt like United had been on the front foot, asking a lot of
Yeah.
that can't be onside.
wow,
That
wow.
cannot be onside.
Wow.
And if it is, he's got to score.
What are you doing?
What are they doing?
Oh, what the fuck are you? Oh, he's offside. Why is the Lionel not putting your flag
It's
up?
the way it is. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
What
'cause
if he gets injured?
No,
Surely
it's horrible.
after the first touch,
horrible.
Who makes these decisions? Seriously.
miles off as well.
Miles off, yeah.
They're doing it because they want any reason for VAR to give it back to
I
them.
think why they do it, why they let you play on is because if it is onside, then they can give the goal.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to get themselves out of jail.
But when it's so
With bad
obvious
decisions.
like that,
But when it's so obvious, just flag it. Yeah.
Because what if he gets it? What if he breaks his leg? God forbid.
No,
Do
I
you know what
know.
I mean?
I know what you're saying. I completely agree with
what
you.
is this guy moaning about? Sit
Yeah, he's the
down.
biggest
you
moaner in world
fucking
football,
moppet.
Biggest moaner. He's winning 1-0. He's biggest moaner in world football.
Jesus.
Seriously.
Christ, man. Absolute moron.
Wow.
Do you know what's quite interesting though? You know, moaning as a Robertson's going to wind him right.
Robertson needs to get twatted.
I can't
Come
stand
on.
Robertson.
Just stick one on him.
I
You know if you're losing with
Robertson. No,
losing with
I
like
hate
1
him.
minute to go, you just
Hate
stick
him.
one on.
I
someone.
really like players like Robertson.
Yeah, you'd want him for Chelsea. I want him for City, but like Grealish for City is a similar kind of energy. But
No, Grealish.
No,
Grealish
will wind
isn't
up.
like
Go on.
Robertson.
yeah, he is definitely.
No, Robertson.
In terms of wind
you
up,
think?
not play you. No, you don't want to play against Grealish. He'll wind you up. He's going,
Yeah,
little niggles all that.
I'd say Robertson is far more, far filthier than Grealish, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that Grealish is a filthy player. I think he's quite a clean player, actually.
Yeah. I guess they're a little bit different, aren't they?
But no, when you were saying then you were both moaning about Klopp being a moaner or whatever. Do you know what I never really appreciated until I didn't have one? You know the whole you don't know what you got till it's gone. I never realised how much I want my manager to be a moaner.
Oh yeah, no.
Because Potter's just sat there. He's almost happy to take.
No,
it.
mate, he acquiesces to defeat. He's like,
You lose 1-0. He's like, it could have been 2.
yeah, yeah.
Could have been 2.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Could have been 3.
Yeah.
Fucking
We
hell.
drew 1-0. Yeah, played all right. Yeah, we drew 1-0 with Forest away from home. Not an easy place to come.
He's a casual guy, isn't he? He's
Probably
casual.
could have put money on him scoring today, innit?
Gakpo.
Given like,
No,
he was going to
Gakpo.
join
Just
United.
go with your
innit?
gut.
Of course. Oh my God, of course. Hang on a minute. That is so significant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should have signed for Manchester United. It felt like he was going to sign for Manchester United. He signs for Liverpool and then scores the goal to take the title away from Manchester United. I'm just going to make it bigger than it is.
Yeah.
Scores the goal to discount Manchester United from the Premier League title race.
They're out of the title race.
They
never
are
in it, but
officially out of the title
congratulations.
race.
45 minutes.
We beat these.
Do you think 2-1?
Do you think you win?
I don't
think you
think
win
win
now?
now. No way. You've not shown much today.
Also, at some point, Manchester
we were
United,
the
they
best
played
team
well,
in the
Man
last-
United.
Not shown much.
had the
though.
better
You haven't-
chances
How many
as
times
well.
you test the keeper, really? Really?
should
Had
have
the ball
scored
in the back
twice.
of the net.
What, offside?
Yeah.
That don't count, does it?
No, it literally doesn't count. But,
yeah, exactly.
but it counts.
But I'm saying moments
it
where he's had to
counts
make a
it-
real save where it would have gone in if it
it
wasn't
counts
the
in
save.
terms of pressure.
Not for me.
What have you been up to today anyway, Buvey? Tell me the news. What have you been doing before the stream?
I had a roast. I've had a roast, beautiful roast.
Didn't invite
I'm
me
getting
again.
back into my roast, by the way.
Why didn't you invite me?
Because it kind of, what it does for me,
Where'd you
it
go?
gives
If
me-
anyone wants to see you eat this roast, where'd you go?
don't say it, I swear on my life. But honestly, these roasts, you got a little bit of protein there, got carbs,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. What is that?
What are you up to?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm listening
That
to him
water
talking
was
about his
worrying.
roast.
He opened a can of water.
Oh, look, he's got
And there's all these
branded
bits in
cups.
it.
I like it.
I bought us pint glasses, man.
Very nice. Pint glasses for
That's
your
what
water.
present.
Show us.
Oh.
You got to show the. Oh, look at the club logo.
We haven't
Love
got
it.
we haven't got a beer in it, which is unfortunate.
You might need one if this continues going Liverpool's way.
Definitely need one.
So, did you do anything
What were you
else?
up
What
to?
about post roast?
Well, I met you in the studio. What have you been up to in the studio?
Wait, where did you go for
pre-stream?
your roast, by the way?
Not saying locations.
Yeah, mate. People
No,
want to
no.
come and meet you.
No, they don't.
Mate, do a meet
really
and greet,
don't.
like a little presidential handshake, presidential meet and greet round.
No,
What did you
no.
have? What meat did you have?
Beef,
Just beef.
Yorkshire pudding, beautiful leeks and roast potatoes. Oh,
Oh, your favourite.
had a McKola roast potato over it. But honestly, I couldn't.
Roast
A
potatoes are
roast on a Sunday. I've not had it. I've not had it for
You had it last week.
Yeah, but I'm in this rotation now since the club started. Thanks so much for the support because the support means I can get a roast every Sunday, lads. They're expensive in London.
Do us a favour. Why can't I come? Why can't I come and have this roast?
I always forget to text you, mate.
And what else did you do? So post roast, pre-show. What did
I
you do?
met you. And
No,
then
you didn't
yeah, we met up at the studio, had a little chat, had a little conversation, and then you take it on from there. What have we done after that?
Oh, mate, what are you talking about?
know,
mate, I did nothing.
I thought we were
I
chatting.
was just
and
catching
then
up with old
we
friends.
We walked to the studio, and then I don't know. We walked to the studio, and
And it was good.
Yeah,
So,
it's good
so
to
you,
catch
you
up
have
with everyone.
nothing to
It's
say
good
to
to
the
catch up.
viewers. The viewers want to know what you were doing before.
I just want to say to all the viewers, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, you're in the second band of OGs. The second.
no.
band.
You make
That's a
it
silver
sound.
medal.
You make it sound less.
There's nothing
worthy
wrong
of
with a silver
subscription.
medal. There's nothing wrong with a silver medal.
No, there is everything wrong with the silver medal. We're winners.
Okay, we're gold.
Winners.
Yeah, but we're OGs.
Second is first loser.
Yeah, we're OGs. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you who else is OGs. NordVPN are
They are.
the first original sponsor of the club.
Yep.
They're sponsoring us right now. And with the link in the description below, you can get an exclusive offer from the club. You get 30-day money-back guarantee on that as well. So it's risk-free. Buvey's been getting stuck into NordVPN, as has Rory. I've got mine as well. Buvey, you loving life?
Loving it, mate. I was on the train to Manchester the other day. I used the VPN. It obviously keeps all my activity private. And then I'm getting to use things again like Netflix abroad on the train up to Manchester. But I'm keeping that VPN going. It's keeping my internet activity secure. It's the fastest VPN on the market by country mile. No lag, no buffering. It's a beautiful, beautiful service.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's the fastest VPN in the world, and it costs nothing more than the price of a cup of coffee. One subscription gets you 6 accounts. 6 different devices can log into one account. It is so good, so worthy, and basically everybody in the world needs a bit of VPN action in
It's
their
one of
life.
those things where you just think, it's 2023, you should be having a VPN. You should
I
be
don't
having
know
one of
anyone
a
who doesn't
premium
have-
quality. Do you know what I mean? So,
And most crucially, VPN, it's everybody needs one in their life, and NordVPN have been kind enough. What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm listening. No. Go on, keep
Clown.
going.
No, you can't do that. Not now.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just sat here.
That's appalling.
What did he do?
I didn't do anything.
Mate, that's appalling.
What?
I'm in the middle of my spiel and you do. Mate,
What?
the lack of professionalism. What
What are you on about?
professionalism
What?
from me. Mate, that is.
I'm just sat here.
Mate, I think that, mate, that's a yellow card. One more of those, and you're banned for 10 minutes. You're going in the sin bin.
10
That was
minutes.
appalling. I was about to say thank you so much to NordVPN for supporting the club. So make sure. What are you doing? Mate, you're a joke. Make sure that you choose NordVPN for all of your VPN needs. Thank you so much. We're so grateful to NordVPN for supporting us. Go on, crack your jokes now, mate.
I don't know what
You
you're
know,
on about.
your eyes are watering. You know how unprofessional you've been. Look at you. You utter. I'm going for a win. That was unbelievable.
I need a wee too.
I'm embarrassed for you. I am so embarrassed by that. Elliot, Jack, that was all Buvey.
You're a
You should see
tattletale.
this man.
You're a tattletale. About nothing, by the way. Nothing even happened.
You utter joke.
Honestly, it's absolutely crazy, lads.
Breathe in.
What number are we at with the subscribers, lads? I'd love to know a number. Is there an updated number? What was that? Static. Did you see that on the camera? He just gave me a static shot. What is he? He just electrocuted me on stream. I know he died. I knew he had a heart attack. What's he doing now? We've got to get a roaming camera. We've got to get a roaming camera. That was embarrassing.
We're on 102K.
102k, Boo.
102k. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it, lads. And it's obviously an incredible number in 6 weeks, Adam. Do you know what I mean?
Mad, innit? 6 weeks.
I feel very privileged to have
Because I
achieved that
remember
with
at
you,
the
mate.
Start saying, I reckon we can hit 100k in like the first 6 months.
Yeah, first,
and there was a
first
few
15
people going,
years. I thought first 15 years we'll
I don't
definitely
know
do it.
about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We do it in 6
By,
weeks.
by my 40th birthday, we'd do it, I thought. 40th birthday for me. But, you know,
Next year, then?
yeah. Cheap from you. Cheap from you.
I reckon we can hit 200k by the end of the year, you know?
100%. We're talking Champions League semi-finals, finals. If an English club, if City gets the Champions League final, imagine that.
We're going to do the Europa League final.
Yeah, no one's watching that, mate. We're not doing
What?
we're not doing Thursday night streams. For me, it's Elliot's decision, but maybe we do just a solo stream, just you
Yeah?
for the Europa League, Lech Poznan versus Man United on a Thursday night. BT Sport 5.
Be another European Cup.
Yeah,
We've got
we
more
don't
than you.
Yeah,
Yeah?
cheap from you. You're better than that. Really.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
really
better than
not.
that.
And in the form I'm in today, I'm not better than it. I'm going to get in all the cheap shots I can. United are losing. I've got the man flu.
I want to know how do you change it up in the second half? Is there any personnel changes that you want
I
to see?
actually think we played well. And we had
Yeah.
a fair few chances. Maybe you're just a little bit more clinical in the final third. I think it's another game where I look at Wout Weghorst and I just think if Martial's fit or we have another striker who's a bit more quality, maybe things
Yeah.
are a little bit different. We're having to play him deep to kind of push Rashford up and stuff. But we've had chances. I don't know. I think we keep going the way we are.
There's a couple of lads
So
that
you got Jadon Sancho. You could bring
Sancho, I was going to say, Garnacho looks unbelievable.
on. Garnacho would
What
get
a
at
goal
these guys.
midweek.
If you could possibly bring Weghorst off because he's playing deep, put Bruno back in the Weghorst position,
Yeah.
and then Garnacho out on the left.
What about
'Cause that's
Sabitzer in
where
as well?
Bruno's been playing on the left.
Yeah, 100%.
Fred was at fault for their goal.
He was, yeah.
'Cause
Miles off.
He covered for the low, who had pushed up, but kind of didn't quite get there.
No, that was terrible. yeah.
Rafael Varane could have done better. Casemiro could have done better.
I like Sabitzer, by the way. I thought he came on, did really well against
I think
Newcastle.
out of them two, Weghorst and Sabitzer, I'd keep Sabitzer.
Defo,
and not
yeah.
keep Weghorst.
People forget about Sabitzer when he left Leipzig and he was joining Bayern Munich, he was quoted as a 50, 60 million quid player.
He's a really good player.
Really, he's a top-level Champions League level
And
player.
I'd much rather have him as a squad player than McTominay.
Oh, yeah. McTominay, is it last season?
I hope so.
Do you think?
I hope
What's
so.
his contract?
I don't know. We've heard Newcastle have been interested in him.
Wow.
If we can get
great business.
30
You'll get 50
million out of
million.
them.
You'll get 50 mil.
No,
You will.
it's not worth that.
Yeah, but you'll get 50. If Everton got 50 mil for, what was it, 60 mil for Gordon?
Anthony Gordon.
60?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's embarrassing. The kid's worth 10. He's worth 10 million.
It's not worth, yeah. It's
Damari Gray is better than.
What position
Anthony
does
Gordon.
Anthony Gordon play?
Well, he played left wing against City. And I can't express, I don't know if there's any Newcastle fans watching, but I can't express the lack of, you want to see something. With Anthony, you've seen moments of the kind of star that he is. You see one aspect of his game. I'm not seeing any aspects of Anthony Gordon's game that I think is any good. I don't think he's got athleticism. We see it with Gakpo. He's got that power. Same with Nunes. But I look at Gordon. I don't think he's got trickery. I don't think he's got pace. I don't think he's a very smart player. I don't think he works hard off the ball. I think he's lazy off the ball. I think there's a reason. I think there's a factor that Foden was able to run through and score in the 14th minute against Newcastle yesterday. It was down to Gordon not tracking his man. So there's a laziness, there's a kind of luxury level to this guy.
He's great.
He's 10 million.
The reason I asked you that is because I've never seen him really play well in one position. He's always moved all over the place. He played best for Everton when they were really bad. Was it under Lampard?
Yeah, it's Lampard.
And it was like that reminded me of Mourinho's last year where the wheels had fallen off and McTominay stands out.
Yeah.
But it's like,
There's always going to be someone that stands
because
out.
everyone else, no one wants to play for this guy anymore.
And we're talking about a period at Everton where, I mean, again, Evertonians, if you're watching, or Newcastle fans, but I feel like his period at Everton was 2 months long. It was 2 months. It was like 6 weeks of quality. He was quality for about 6 weeks. He's gone for 60 million quid. Yeah. It just makes you think what I could do at Power League for a year consistently. What does that mean? What does that make me in the market today? Give me a year in a team, Hackney Marshes. I'm worth $1 million today. Give me a year scoring a goal every game. That's what I'd like to know, lads. But it's a crazy market out there. It's a crazy market.
What's Rory doing?
Rory's plugging his phone in off camera. We're going to swap.
The wild world of Rory.
Go on. You're buying it all over the place, by the way.
About your own barnet.
You get in there.
Get out. I don't need to slip behind if you're getting out. All right.
But Booth, you're going to have to crawl.
Oh, I'm stuck. I can't.
Crawl.
Didn't they have your size?
Can see the veins in his balls through them.
They didn't have your size in those trousers, no?
Just a bulge. It's just one big bulge.
There's a super chat, boys, from Scott Edelston. He says, which player do you think could have been much better if they'd played in a different position?
It's quite interesting, isn't it? Like, what position? Who would you? Can you think of anyone that you think would be better in a different position? Declan Rice as a centre half?
Possibly. I'm just trying to think. You've always got them old ones where Gary Neville was a centre back, then he became a right back, and Henry was a winger, and then he became a striker.
I've got.
But I can't think of anyone that. John O'Shea,
Edison
as a footballer.
Get him
That's
out.
a shout.
Edison. Do you know who else I've got
But
one?
if Edison was as good with his feet as people make out, he'd already be a midfielder.
Do you know who else I think could have definitely played in a different position? Marcus Alonso was such a good finisher. He was such a good goal scorer. There was a time when he was Chelsea's left back and he was the best finisher at the club. Had such a keen eye for a goal, and he wasn't really a natural defender. I think that there's a world where somebody like Marcus Alonso could have played maybe as the left side of a front three. I think he could have done quite well.
A lot of people in the chat saying Trent midfield.
I don't think he's
Would he have not been there by now?
all of the other attributes that you need as a midfielder, though.
Awareness, positioning.
Tackling.
It doesn't seem to happen.
You know when you think about really good midfielders, what people don't seem to acknowledge is the amount of dirty work that they have to do. I don't know, Frank Lampard. He was brilliant at winning the ball, brilliant tackler. The myth about Paul Scholes, not being able to tackle, it wasn't true. Of course he can tackle. Maybe it wasn't the best asset in his arsenal, but he was very good at winning the ball. Steven Gerrard, very good at winning the ball, very good positional awareness, very good man marker, very, very good leader. All of those other attributes, I just don't know if Trent Alexander-Arnold is exquisite and arguably the best in the world at one particular trait of football. But I think he has a big blind spot. He's like a beautiful car that doesn't have a mirror. There's a blind spot that he can't fix.
Nah, yeah, I don't think he could be a midfielder. I don't think so.
I'm going Marcos Alonso as a forward. Marcos Alonso as a forward. He's
I never
such a good
expected to
finisher.
hear that.
Such a good finisher, mate. Big goals as well, you know. Big.
Remember when Berbatov played centre back and he was quality,
No.
and he was just bringing the ball
Did
down
he?
on his chest, knocking it out of his feet.
Ruud Gullit did that when he came to Chelsea.
So
Ruud Gullit was like playing centre forward for AC Milan and like won a Ballon d'Or. And he came to Chelsea and he was like playing with Terry Phelan and Erland Johnson. And he was just like, oh, this is ridiculous. I'm going to play centre half.
Yeah.
He just went centre half. Manchester United players coming out here, they're looking quite happy. Fred
Fred
Casemiro
and Casemiro laughing and joking.
must feel quite confident. Is that? Oh, it's Thiago Alcantara.
I hope they are confident, boys, because I need Manchester United to come back and win for like $2,500. The rest of my bets.
One win?
The rest of my bets are all done.
So Manchester United win this game, you get $2,500.
I think it's a howler if you bet on United away at Anfield.
No, I would have done that. I mean, I don't really do it, but I would have done that before if you'd asked me.
We're arguably marginally the better team, although there's not much in it in the first half. But
I think if you
Liverpool
scored
took their chance.
you know that chance that Marcus Rashford had.
Yeah.
If he scores that chance, I think all of a sudden the game is looking very different. Manchester United are potentially 2-0 up now, and Elliott is looking at flights to Marbella. As it stands, he's stuck with us in London's very fashionable East End, desperate for a Manchester United goal. That I think will come, by the way. Keep the faith, Hackney.
I've got faith. Some people in the chat are telling me to cash out. They don't know I don't cash out.
Nah, cash
What
out's the devil.
if you were to cash out? Would you be in profit?
Yeah.
Cash out?
No.
Nah,
Why
cash
not?
out's the devil.
What, like for a few $100?
Yeah,
Nah.
mate, I would. I'd cash out any victory. Any victory. You've been
Second half,
playing
about
poker.
to take.
You said you were going to play some poker yesterday.
Yeah, didn't.
No.
I wasn't feeling well. And you know, I hate.
I'm in the mood for a tournament.
You know, when you're not in the mood for when you want to play poker, but then you don't feel and you play, and then halfway through, you're like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't really play. I love the
Live's
I
so
love
much
the
better.
live. Yeah. I love the
I
live.
really want to do Dublin and that.
Yeah, we're going. One
Yeah.
way or the other. I'm going. I'm not missing Dublin. I have a lot of love for that city for many reasons. I'm not going to miss.
It's not the prices of a Guinness. Jeez.
Yeah, but it's money well spent.
It is
money well spent.
Jeez. Oh, fucking hell. Fred went to backheel it and he went the
Went the
opposite
wrong way,
direction that he wanted it to go.
He's scoring a lot of goals. Do you know what I thought was amazing, Fred? Was it against Barcelona when he scored?
Yeah.
Right, Fred is always my he's my vision of the most one-footed player in the league. Like in terms of being like so left-footed.
Yeah.
I feel like Fred is the player that, you know, when I think of like one-footed Premier League footballers, Fred on his left foot is that player. The control the control before that goal, because that pass wasn't even meant for him.
Yeah.
He's intercepted the pass that wasn't meant for him, and he's then got hold of it with his weaker foot and then lashed it home against Barcelona. It was truly, truly brilliant. Unbelievable. You got yourself some treats there. Don't worry about us, mate. Yeah, look after number one. Look after number one.
I've noticed that. He's very selfish.
He's a very selfish man.
Ooh.
You.
Oh, God.
You're like famously selfish.
I was going to get you a white Twix the other week, but you slagged me off getting a white Twix.
No, but it's 3-0.
Fucking hell.
Darwin Núñez.
The Premier League title's been
That
bottled
was
by
an
Man United.
absolute shambles by United there. Someone decide to fucking deal with it.
46 minutes.
Looks soft.
Deal with it. Someone deal with it.
Soft. You're getting done.
By this donkey as well.
You're getting done.
46
That's
minutes.
absolutely smashed.
You're
it up
getting
for him.
served.
He's not even tried to score that. Just hit it.
Bad news for Newcastle and Tottenham this as well.
Yeah, it is.
Very bad news. Gosh, I mean,
Well, Núñez has scored as well.
no, but the two goals that Manchester United have conceded have been.
That's
Look at that.
Shaw,
That's
Luke
their own
Shaw.
fault. Luke Shaw's given the ball to Harvey Elliott. Why am I getting involved? I don't care.
Now look at that. Casemiro could have
For the sake of the stream, Rory does care about this goal.
could have dealt with it there.
Look,
Not
how
what I
many
mean.
chances?
Yeah. And he's played on. It's 2 times now. Offside's not been played on.
Oh, look, it's such a weak cross initially that should have been dealt
It's a good
with.
header, to be fair.
There's 3,
No,
there's
but-
3 mistakes
Mate, you
there.
could have won it there.
There.
You
No,
could have won
no,
it.
no.
Casemiro don't win
Also
it there.
here, look, the ball's given to him. Get rid of it. Get it out. Knock it down to Harvey Elliott.
Terrible.
Shocking.
Can't miss from the header there. Either.
That's the worst I've seen us defend all season. Like since Brentford 4-0 won. Like we haven't defended
Brighton.
badly.
6 to Man City.
Just reels them off. Look, it's the worst I've seen us defend since Brentford. Brighton,
No, but Brighton,
Man City.
Man City
Six.
can score 6 against anyone.
We haven't this season except you, I don't think.
Shows how bad we are.
Is Jack Grealish the main man at Man City now?
He's good.
Playing very well, I think.
He's playing better.
Oh mate, why you're a little bit snide to Jackie?
I
Boy.
love Jack Grealish. I love him.
I love him as well.
I still think 100 million.
I sent you a clip today in the
critical.
group.
I'm so sorry I didn't see it.
Didn't you watch
I was
it?
having a roast.
I think it's perfect. It's a perfect clip to accompany.
I know. I was reading that.
I don't pretend that you can read.
I can read.
It's a goal that Joe Cole. You know when you often compare, don't you, Joe Cole to?
Yeah.
There's a goal that Joe Cole scores against Norwich where he wins the ball, he's then fouled and he gets up and wins it again and then lashes it home. Brilliant goal. Jack Grealish, I think, needs that sort of moment.
Needs that. But Joe Cole was an out-and-out winger for me. I think Grealish is more of
he wasn't a winger. He wasn't Ryan Giggs. He was
more of a
he's very comparable.
tricky wing. I think Grealish is more of a passer of the ball. I think he's someone that's trying to feed people in. He did that at Villa very, very well. It's hard. I don't think he's got the pace to beat people, to cut. You want to see him cut inside, jink it and score.
The point of him, isn't it? He carries a ball, opens up space for others, and then plays the perfectly weighted pass.
Yeah. And that's why his numbers and assists, his goals and assists aren't that good in terms of the numbers, but his performances have been absolutely fantastic. And you have to play him week in, week out now in the big games.
I think he's looking like one of your most important. Obviously, Phil Foden's meteoric re-rise has taken it by storm.
He's gone under the radar. He's got 13 goals in the Premier League this season. He's close to being that kind of 20 goal a season English midfielder. I mean, it's hard to be.
But he also was dropped for a long time off the back of the World Cup, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Manchester United get one here.
Wow.
Could be game on. Bruno Fernandes in the box. Terrible pass. Jordan Henderson too easy.
That's the thing. He's not looking to cross to Vegas because you don't trust him to actually fucking score, man. We need a striker.
Oh, 3-0! Mate, you're getting done out here.
That was like the game.
Have a bit, lads.
I didn't really want it. I was only taking it to try and troll you, and now you've been all right with it.
That was like the game stuck.
They've scored. I don't really want to offer him a quick. It's not the time.
Yeah.
He'll go mad at me.
3-0.
What happened there?
They just conceded 3 at Anfield. Do you want a Twix, mate?
Giving the ball away again.
That's embarrassing.
Everyone's up the pitch.
Oh, it was from this move. I was watching this, and I got distracted by the Twix.
Martinez gets done.
Oh, mate! Oh, mate! Oh, mate! That was disgusting, Martinez.
Finished by a hack pole, to be fair.
Oh, God. Salah's done really.
Oh, my God. Martinez
Sat
got killed. Martinez got killed.
Sat him down.
That's embarrassing.
That's a finish, to be fair.
Gakpo against Manchester United off the back of the move to Manchester United that never happened.
Liverpool back. That's a result. That's a top 4 result.
I agree.
There's a Twix stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, I can't talk about it. I agree with everything you're saying, but I can't talk about it because I've got caramel between my teeth.
It's unbelievable. And
Very
that's
nice.
why Martinez, for me, he got done there a little bit. Got done there. You got to stand up there. You got to stand up.
Mate, he got sent, though.
Don't commit. Don't commit.
He got
I think
sent,
he slipped,
man.
yeah.
He got sent.
But there's moments to slip in a game.
But he slipped because of Salah.
Yeah, you got to just
exactly.
acknowledge Salah's done him up.
Yeah.
It's no shame in it. It happens. Like, he's an excellent footballer, Salah. He's capable of doing that to the very best, but he got done.
Got killed.
He got sat down.
Got murdered. There's ways of losing football matches. 3-0, 51 minutes. Can't believe it.
Well, what's it going to end?
Could be 5.
Could be 6.
Could be 10.
Could be 8.
We're just going to keep
What's the
going
record?
for it.
9. 9
The
to
record is
Wigan
9.
Spurs, isn't it?
And Manchester United did it to Nottingham Forest.
Wow.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scored 4.
I think someone just
Did he?
booted him in the head, which I really like.
Oh, God.
Robertson
and Anthony have been having a bit, haven't they?
Yeah. Here we go.
Who wins?
That'll do.
God,
I didn't get him in the face. It didn't
Soft
touch his
little
face.
shit
You
ass.
can't hold your face when it doesn't touch your face.
Bullshit.
You know I thought he got kicked in the face, and I was about to say that was terrible to kick him in the face, and like fair play to Robertson for putting his head where other people would be too scared.
Yeah.
It didn't touch his face.
No.
Robertson's one of them, though, innit? Gives it loads, and then as soon as he
Yeah,
gets
he's a-
touched,
Yeah, you said this to me the other day. I think I disagree with you. I reckon he'd be really handy. You don't think he would, do you?
No,
He's
just
soft.
Who do you think's right?
Just
Me or
loud.
Adam?
What?
Adam thinks that Robertson.
He's a proper hard nut.
No, he doesn't think he is. I think
Adam's
Robertson's
right,
hard.
1,000,000%.
I think
he
Robertson's
gives it
hard.
loads.
He's
but
fake
he ain't on
hard.
it.
He's fake hard.
I think Robertson is.
He's
soon as he
a
kicks
wannabe
off, he's at the
hard
back.
nut.
Who do you think?
He watches Guy Ritchie's Snatch and he thinks he's a hard nut.
Who do you think? Premier League footballer. Who's hard? I think Robertson.
My first thought was
Nah,
Casemiro.
he's
I
not.
thought Casemiro is
He's not.
genuinely a hard footballer.
Yeah,
A
Casemiro.
genuinely hard footballer.
Steve Gerrard hard.
Yeah.
Do you think that is Frank Lampard hard? Actually, he definitely is, isn't he?
Yeah, in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, a different kind of way.
Erling Haaland's probably a...
Do you think he can have
Haaland's
that?
tough.
Haaland was furious yesterday when Grealish... Lascelles fouled Grealish and then sort of called him a diver. Haaland went mad.
Went over. No, it was Dan Burns. Sorry, it was Dan Burn.
It was Dan Burn.
Yeah, Dan Burns a helmet. He's a melt.
Just not very good either.
No, he's terrible.
It's a myth, isn't it?
It's terrible.
It's a myth, Dan Burn. There seems to be this sort of celebration that...
Well, there was
people telling me
6
should
or
play for
7.
England.
Yeah, there were 6 or 7 people about this. Almiron, for example,
Yeah.
and Joe Linton in midfield. I thought if you're a bad footballer, you're a bad footballer. Joe Linton's always been a bad footballer, lads. I'm sorry, he's had a bit of form every now and then. He's athletic.
Oh my God!
Wow.
That's a penalty,
That's a
right?
penalty,
Yeah, it's
right?
a penalty. That's got to be a
They're
penalty.
going to call it back.
No, it's got to be a penalty.
Alisson's had a shocker there.
Yeah.
Almost giving the ball to Bruno. Bruno's
hang on,
got
if Liverpool score now, what happens? Because the
Well, it'd go back to
so
there,
the
wouldn't
goal doesn't count and they go back.
it? If they scored and it was a penalty, assuming
Right.
it is.
It is a penalty, surely.
But look how far it's going
No,
on.
but wait, how long's the game going to go? We're going to be in a
What if it never
60th
goes
minute?
out of play? What if it never goes out of play? See, the
Is the
VAR is
ref going to
ruining
look at
football.
that? Genuine. Like, I need to know what's going on
I'd
here.
imagine what happens is as soon as that happens, VAR are already looking at it.
Oh, look, so he's made a pig's ear of it there, Alisson. He's having a bad season as well. He doesn't touch the ball.
That's a penalty.
Doesn't touch the ball.
That's a
penalty.
penalty.
Hang on a minute. Rashford gets the ball and
a
Alisson
penalty.
takes him out. That's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
Bruno Fernandes, sorry. It has to be a penalty. It's not.
Bruno's not respected by referees because he's such a big diver generally.
Not a
that was
diver.
a penalty.
He's not a diver, but he
In my
moans a
opinion,
lot.
he's a diver. But that's not diving.
No,
That
that's
was
a
not
penalty.
diving.
But
Wow.
also,
Wow.
all you need to do...
Oh, what's he doing? The touch is
Nah,
shocking.
He got lost
Hang
under
on a
that.
minute. I can't believe that hasn't been looked at by VAR. What's the point?
VAR's a shambles. That was a penalty.
You've been saying it for years, lads.
No,
I was the first one to
but
say it.
even hang on. Let's just focus on this. Like, that has to be a penalty. That is a clear-cut a penalty. Marcus, the keeper's made a mess of it.
Are they saying it's a light touch? Is that the argument?
The
do you think,
keeper's
or
made...
what is the argument?
would the argument be that Bruno Fernandes wasn't in control of the ball either?
Yeah, but it
But that's
shouldn't matter.
irrelevant.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's a penalty every day of the week.
Oh, fuck.
Is that a penalty at Old Trafford? Do you know what I mean? Is it one of them?
All our troubles are saved because Scott McTominay
Is it-
is
is
it-
a
Garnacho, is
fucking
it?
useless shit.
Garnacho's gone Eminem, hasn't he?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But the
I never knew
at
I.
Anfield, look, we've said it for years. There's VAR pool in it, VAR pool. They get
Oh,
all the
you
decisions.
said
Really
that out
clever,
loud.
man. Really clever. That's a pun, isn't it? I mean, that's really witty.
But
Did you really
get
say that out
decisions.
loud?
Talk me through it. Talk me through it. How does it work? Because I don't understand.
Liverpool
So
get,
it's-
all
so the
I'm
team
saying
are called
is Liverpool
Liverpool.
been
What are
getting
you saying?
decisions for years. They get decisions at Anfield for years because the emotion and all that. It's a load of rubbish.
Can I just
That's a
point this
penalty
out?
to Man United all day long.
If you say that ever again,
Liverpool.
yeah, we're terminating your contract. Seriously.
You're not empowered to do that. It's a
but I
democratic
can.
decision.
Okay, but we'll put a poll in the chat.
In the chat.
Yeah.
Just terminate my contract.
Yeah. If
Well,
you say that ever again.
okay, I'll
Yeah,
never
don't,
say it
don't
again.
ever say that again.
Okay.
I thought we were better than that.
Yeah, we. I mean,
Okay,
we are.
well, I thought it was Man United penalty. Now I don't think it's. No, actually, no. Bruno was diving. Actually, Adam, he was diving now.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
change my
fine. I'd
opinion.
rather you say
yeah,
that.
I'd rather you said that. Yeah.
Wow, could be 4 now. I thought Man United were
Mate,
the
if Manchester United had got a
the
penalty,
next
there,
best
it'd be
thing
very interesting.
since sliced bread, since the League Cup win, and you know what I mean. Oh,
Good tackle that.
It's a weird game, isn't it? Because Liverpool are so dominant on the scoreline, and yet, oh man, listen, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but I feel like Manchester United played quite well.
I think they scored their first 2 minutes before half time.
And then the
scored
first,
two
and then the
more
first of the second
after
half,
that,
yeah, 30 seconds in or whatever it was. Yeah.
This could get messy though, man, because we don't look like we're going off. Let's just get out of here now.
yeah.
3-0.
Somehow it's 3. I mean, it's.
We're trying to score every time, which is good, but it's also leaving us open.
I think 3 is the least. If it goes 4-5, it's getting like.
Yeah, no, there's no
Something's gone wrong.
shame in 3.
But 4.
There's no shame. Yeah, 4. When do you think the word route can be used?
4.
No, 4-0's not a route.
Ooh, it
it
could've been
nearly
4
was
then.
for
Do you
Konate there.
think 4-0's a route?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use route to
4-0.
describe a 4-0.
In a game like this, it is.
Tell me,
in a game like this,
how
it
many
is.
goals need to be scored before you say it's a route?
Depends on the opposition.
I
as
never
well,
use the
isn't
word
it?
route anyway. It's an old school kind of word. Route. Who uses that word? Route. It was a
I mean,
route.
it's just a very, very applicable word to football scores.
Yeah, I know it,
in
but I
the
never
English
even
dictionary.
use it.
It's called an education.
Oh, right.
It's
okay.
called an
A
education.
route.
Maybe when
I know
you're
what it
reading,
means, but I'm just
when
saying
you're
no one
reading,
uses it.
maybe when you're reading, you could do Des Moines.
There's mines, yeah. But Tomine
That
coming
sub
on.
that I said
ambitious.
was going to happen has happened. Garnacho for Vegas. So that means Bruno central, Garnacho left. But McTominay coming on means our midfield's one man down.
The chat seem in union that a route is 4.
Oh, so 4 and above is a route. Okay. I would say that a route is, when they write the score, but they have to put it, they write it in brackets. They write the word out.
So they
go
5?
I think
like
7.
7, 8.
7.
9.
If it's 7, they write it in brackets.
You never see 7s. It has to be 4, 5. You see more of them.
You do see 7s.
Very rarely. What's the last 7 you've seen?
When we scored loads against Man City.
Yeah,
When?
battered Southampton.
When we battered when Chelsea battered Man City.
When?
Drogba and that. 6-0 now. 6-0.
Yeah, Nelk and all that, yeah.
6-0. 6.
6. You said
6.
I said 7.
6.
So when's the last time you seen a 7?
6.
You couldn't give me 7.
I lost
7-1
count.
Roma.
I lost count that day.
You couldn't give me 7.
7.
We did lose count 'cause
we
one
played
below.
Wigan on the last day of the season and won the league.
What, 7-0? Yeah, you did, yeah.
Played
Yeah.
Wigan on the last day of the season and won the league.
Titus Bramble and all
8. Ashley Cole scored. I think Lampard scored 3. They were good days. They feel like a long time ago. God, they feel like a long time ago.
Don't you wish you were doing stuff like this then? Like streaming?
Yeah.
Nah, but then you wouldn't have.
But then you wouldn't have been there.
No,
Yeah.
but it would have been nice. It would have been nice to witness it when we were great.
Mm.
Like Chelsea haven't been great since I've known you, for example.
Yeah, that's right.
We've won the European Cup, but we
Yeah.
haven't been great.
Maybe Conte just, because I knew you were during Conte's first season, just about.
Would we have known? No, we wouldn't have known each other then,
We did,
really.
2016, yes. Just about.
Maybe.
That's the last time you.
But we
that was
weren't
the last
doing, we
top
weren't
Chelsea
doing
side,
things
wasn't it?
like this.
Conte's Chelsea was the last great.
I mean, it was. I don't know if I
always
think
thought
you're being
you went-
kind. Was
I
it a
always
great
thought-
team?
I always thought you went the opposite way. I thought you considered them one of the best Chelsea sides ever. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it was one of the best sides. It was a very good side up until Manchester City and Liverpool kind of changed the game.
Yeah.
It had broken all sorts of records.
Yeah.
I think we went on a 14-game winning
The
streak.
win record, yeah.
But obviously you ripped that up. It was great, but it wasn't great players. Like the Mourinho era. It was great players.
yeah.
Whereas that era was
Moses and all that.
Yeah, that era was Gary Cahill and Marcus Alonso and Victor Moses.
David Luiz.
And yeah, it wasn't Remy. It wasn't great players. Whereas I'd say like Chelsea 06 was actual greats, like true icons in every position. International captains per position.
Yeah.
Whoever was playing in the team was an international captain. Or potentially an
Yeah,
international
yeah. A leader at least.
yeah, like you had John Terry in the team who was an international captain, and Frank Lampard was obviously capable of and did at times captain England.
Yeah.
And that was applicable throughout the
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
team.
100%.
Yeah, you're the only. Manchester United haven't been great since you've been in this industry, have they?
No, my first year we won the league, and then since then nothing.
You haven't been great
Not
at all.
great.
You're the only one that's actually witnessed.
Success, yeah. Us and Liverpool
You're
fans.
lucky as well because if you'd come along at a different time, you wouldn't be sat around this table.
What do you
You're
mean?
well,
What, 10 years ago sort of thing?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely. What? Alana?
Alano.
Danny Mills at right back?
Yeah, there was some good times. There was some good. There
I
was
love
a
the
good
nostalgia
player.
of it. I love the nostalgia of it. I love it.
What was
I
that?
miss it.
What was that team? Alana. Who was Benjani in that team?
It was Alano, Michael Johnson, Giovanni. Yeah, it was Sven Jurek Eriksson's side actually.
Sven's team.
I
Sven
really
and
liked
Tord
him.
Grip.
Really good manager.
Sven and
We had Sven
Tord
for a
Grip.
year
wasn't it?
and a half, 2 years, maybe a year.
Did he win anything there?
No.
We had won anything for 55, 60 years.
What was the first trophy back?
The
What,
FA Cup.
Who was the owner
Against-
Beat Man United in the semi-final, Yaya, and then similar goal against Stoke.
Stoke in that final.
Stoke City. They had one chance. Kenwyn Jones
Was
went
that
for a goal.
Pulis?
Pulis, yeah.
Was that okay? That was a trophy
You never
that
know,
did it.
Booth. We might be getting that back soon.
No. So you're
The
trying to stir the pot.
Do
Don't
you
go
know what,
legal on
right?
it. Don't go legal on it.
Do you know
'cause,
what though? The
they're
thing is,
innocent.
if you were to, I just don't think that they could give it to Stoke like that because then do you know what's going to happen? It will just open up a can of worms because whoever Man City knocked out in the semi, they suddenly go, hang on a minute, it's our trophy.
That's not how it works. It goes to just the finalist.
But does it not have a knock-on effect to?
Yeah,
No.
it should do really, innit?
Yeah,
Should,
should.
but
should.
Because
Like, let's say Man
if Chelsea
City
got
knocked
knocked
out
out
Chelsea.
in the
If Man
third
United
round,
get a bit more money because they got knocked out in the FA Cup semi-final, then we'd be in the final.
yeah.
So, yeah, but you can't take all the results away. No, it's not going to happen. lads.
Also, even if they did, they can't.
You're clutching
because you
lads.
had the moment.
Everyone's clutching. They're desperate.
I don't think anybody really wants that.
They're desperate to,
I don't think anybody wants that though.
reap the benefits from City's success. That's what everyone's trying to do. That. So I get it. It's fine.
Speaking of success, though, boys, we haven't touched on it yet, so we may as well now. Arsenal yesterday, 97th minute winner. Rory thought there was going to be something up with yesterday's game. Turns out there was, but they managed to turn it around. or are they going to do it now?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because what they did was incredible. They were never winning a game until the 97th minute. The first time that they were winning that fixture was in the ball hits the back of the net, 96-59. 96-59 is when they took the lead.
Yeah.
And they were losing for huge portions of the game.
Wasn't there 6 minutes added on?
Yes, because of the time wasting of Bournemouth. But I think there's two ways to look at it. I think it's very interesting to explore both. One is behaviour of champions. You win games like that. It's becoming cultural. They're doing it. They did it against Aston Villa. They did it against Bournemouth. They have a never say die attitude, and that is in keeping with Premier League champions. Mm-hmm. The other way to look at it is they are constantly getting out of jail.
How's
way
that a
too
foul on
early.
him? What the hell, bruv? He's won the ball. Sorry, Rory, but what the hell's going on?
I missed it.
No, I missed it too.
What the... Bruv, he's won the ball, man. What the hell's that a foul?
Not a
Let's
foul.
have a look.
How's that a foul?
Won the
He's
ball.
won the ball.
Yeah, I think he has.
Bruv,
Football's
these
going.
fucking refs, man.
Oh.
How is
You'll
that a
argue that
foul,
his feet
man?
were in the air. That's what they're going to say. The
If
studs were
anything,
facing.
at
I know.
post foul, McTominay
But how
again?
can you control your body if
Because
you're moving in?
McTominay-
You got to go for the ball.
Got booked.
You got to go for the ball.
And he got booked.
It's
That's
embarrassing.
a disgrace.
Yeah,
man.
football's being killed. Football's being killed by these people, unaccountable
He's actually
people.
won a tackle for
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Did feel harsh. The other way to look at it, though, Booth. So on one level, they're behaving like champions, winning games. Arsenal.
Yeah.
The other way to look at it is, God, they're getting out of jail and they're demonstrating all of the qualities that perhaps you want from an Arsenal fan. But it's so early to be having those cup final moments.
Yeah.
Those season-defining moments.
Yeah.
It's like they're happening in February, late February, and then March.
Yeah.
Like they should be happening in the
The
penultimate
adrenaline,
game.
they'll be sat there now. The adrenaline will be complete. They'll be completely shot of energy. Every game feels like a cup final. And let's just take it away. They did well to get back in the game, of course.
They shouldn't be in that situation
They
against
shouldn't
Bournemouth.
be. And the way
Bournemouth
they
at home.
look, was it a couple of goals in the 80th minute, the 82nd minute, and then they're coming back late? No, they conceded a goal in the first minute to Bournemouth.
I think 9
They
seconds.
looked
mate.
vulnerable at home.
Look,
They ripped through them with pace. What I'm saying is there's an argument that Arsenal looked poor yesterday. When they got on the ball, of course, they turned it around second half, of course. But if Billing's getting through there and he's in the heart of your defence scoring a goal in the first minute, that's not the way you win a Premier League. It's too open. Conceded 2 goals to Bournemouth at home.
God.
Oh!
my God.
Absolutely battered.
Oh my God.
That's a rout
Yeah, the
with a
TV's gonna
capital
switch
R. So Weggy
F-O-U-R.
Wouthorst rout.
F-O-U-R.
It's a wout from Weggy Wouthorst. Wouty Weghorst, there, isn't it? Wow.
A wout.
Who would have thought playing a donkey would get you a win at Anfield?
Wow.
Wow, 4-0.
Wow. This
United-
hasn't happened to
United
Manchester
have
United for a
just-
long
He looks like
time.
a United manager, doesn't he? Getting smashed by...
It's abysmal from United in this half.
Mate, they're getting so tactically battered. On the break, why are they... Like, you can't overcommit like this. Do you know what I was going to say? Scott McTominay does really well here. Look, there.
That's a good challenge. Winception.
What
finish?
What a finish. Wrong foot as
Great
well.
finish, but then his
Wrong finish, look.
second
He's gonna
tackle
sky
puts
that.
it
Oh,
straight
it comes
to
off McTominay.
Salah.
So unlucky. It's actually a bad pass. I think it ricochets off McTominay.
Great finish.
Fantastic finish with his weaker foot as well, though.
Didn't
Wow.
even have to think about
But
it.
you have to finish that if you're him. You have to.
No,
hit
but
it.
it's not easy from there, man. Like, De Gea
You don't
and goal.
have to finish
quality.
that. It's just that Salah
Weak foot
does
as
finish
well.
that.
Oh, I don't know.
Weak foot. It's fantastic shot. 4.
This could get worse as well because by the looks of it, United keep pushing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, we
they
keep-
need to switch off now.
We keep pushing.
No,
Like, it doesn't make
I
sense.
think United now need to switch
I
off.
think you say pray to God it's not 8. That's what
Salah
it's doing.
is joint top goal scorer in the Premier League
What?
for Liverpool.
Right. Is that what I saw that? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So joint top goal scorer, joint top Premier League goal scorer ever.
For
All
Liverpool.
mate, think of the players. Think of the players that he's eclipsed.
Yeah, one of the things you like keep saying about Arsenal is that have they started doing this too early? You know, should they have been beating Bournemouth anyway? But I'd argue, yeah. And look, they might not still win the league. I think it's still very close. But them beating Bournemouth 4-0 isn't as good as what they did yesterday. Like,
No,
that builds a different type of momentum. That builds a different type of confidence. That builds...
Yeah, but you need
like
to do,
your fans now are in every game thinking that you can win it right up until the last minute. And that's one of the things as well. I think Arsenal fans stayed on side with them, which is over the
You
years
have
we've seen
to,
them
don't
turn
you?
on them a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
you have to this
Yeah,
season.
but they're not going to do that.
How
They're not
fickle
gonna
would
do
you have
that
to be?
now.
It wouldn't surprise me, though. You're right. Wouldn't surprise me.
But the other thing is, as much as you're saying, like, I appreciate winning that way is good. They also did it the other way. They beat Everton 4-0. They got kind of lucky in a weird way against Aston Villa. But what's wrong with just, like, grinding out a professional 1-0, 2-0 championship performance?
Yeah.
Like, that is
We're
what they
in
should
an era
be
where
doing.
you have to do that.
At this
You're in the era
stage
now,
of
you
the
have to do that.
at this stage of the season,
Yeah.
it should just be you go 1-0 up in the first half, you go 2-0 up on the 60th minute, you make your subs, and basically in the game nothing happens.
Something's gone wrong if you're that open a minute
Darwin
in.
doing the dick.
If you're a minute in against Bournemouth at home
More.
and you're top of the Premier League, you're a minute in and you're that open to Bournemouth. There is something gone wrong. The adrenaline's too high. You're not being calm, collected. That's an issue. Something's gone wrong yesterday for Arsenal. The result will cover up the cracks.
Do you know what they need now? They just need a couple of standard performances. They just need to win a couple of games 2-0, 1-0.
I think you'd argue that came after Aston Villa when they went to Leicester. Leicester put a load past Spurs recently as well, and it was a boring game, and it was a very, very good result, of course, away from home. They need that again. But at
mate,
home, you're expecting that to be a very easy 4-0, 3-0 win.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, exactly. They can't score a goal, so I'm just saying, if I have to argue for the Man City's
handball.
case.
That's handball.
Handball.
Wow.
That was handball. The only thing was it was on the floor.
Is it going to be looked at?
I doubt it. He's kind of fallen on it.
Not going to make
That's the
too
only
much.
It's not going to make a difference, but see, he's kind of.
No, you
it's not
can't
handball.
give
It's not
that.
penalty. It's not penalty. Didn't have a.
That's a free kick.
I like that from Bruno though.
No. Are they looking at it?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, thank God
It's
for
not
that.
an unnatural position.
He's trying to. He's standing there.
He's slipped and put his arm down. So
They've looked better with him in the side.
I think the other one was a penalty.
Yeah.
But again, is that 3-0? It probably doesn't change the result of the game. But
No.
I thought that one was a penalty more so than this one.
Kanati's made a difference at centre back. Good centre back. He's one of
good
the best in the league
centre-half,
for me.
yeah.
Good centre back.
Oh, come on,
Good on the ball as
Bruno,
well.
man. Come on, Bruno. Stupid. Not winning nothing there. You're at Anfield. We're losing 4-0. You're basically giving the crowd what they want.
I think Manchester United
You know what
now
I mean?
they just
Sometimes
need to.
you're giving the crowd what they want. Like
you're
rolling
moaning,
around on the
petulant,
floor and all that. Like stop it. Like
Also, Manchester United now, it's just damage limitation, isn't it? Just don't concede again. Just basically make sure that nothing happens in the next
it's a bad
20
day at
minutes.
the office. I think
Yes, exactly.
all of our key players have had a pretty off day from front to back.
Off the back of
Rashford's
winning
missed a
cup.
lot of chances. Bruno's been frustrating. I think Anthony's probably been our best player in an attacking sense. Casemiro's had an off day. Martinez, Varane. Shaw's been all over the gap.
It's everyone.
Really,
Like, you know what I
does.
mean? It's like, it's just,
Yeah.
you can't say, oh,
It's
referee.
cup
or
final.
this
It's
or
a
that.
cup final, post adrenaline, post. It's a bit of a come down.
But it really,
Plus, it's their cup final.
you'd
as
also
well.
need to make sure now that it just doesn't go, because I think 4-0 you write it off as everything that you just said there. You write it off as a very good performance from Liverpool, a very bad day at the office, and you go again. You just can't let it go 5-6 because it becomes historic as
I
well.
hope it becomes 8. That's what I'm hoping.
I kind of do as well, actually. But
8 or 9.
yeah, but it becomes historic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they start singing about it for years to come and all that. So you can't let it become.
Like City did 6-1 and all that. Do you know what I mean? Beautiful.
Yeah. Blows the title, not the title race. Sorry, it blows the top 4 pursuit wide open.
Who do you think gets it now? Final shout right
I think
now.
it makes Liverpool favourites.
Liverpool favourites, yeah?
Especially the manner of victory.
Yeah.
Mate, Tottenham
composed.
just lost.
Yeah, Tottenham, that was
Tottenham just
shocking.
lost.
Traore scoring a goal against you, that's embarrassing. Great finish, by the way.
Yeah.
What finish?
Like Tottenham losing in that manner. Think about what happened. It was only the other week. It was only the other week where they got battered again. Wasn't
Liverpool
it?
are 5th, 3 points behind Spurs with a game in hand.
Yeah, it's between them two.
And
Yeah.
they've got a way superior, I say way, they've got a superior goal
Rashford's
difference
in.
as well.
Trent's on his case.
That's a good tackle.
Does he get the ball?
Someone's
Good tackle.
offside.
Is he offside?
I think someone was offside.
Good tackle by Trent, to be fair.
I couldn't see
You
if
know.
he got the ball or not. I'm going to be interested to see here.
It's offside by miles.
He's
isn't it?
offside by a mile. Just flag it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, wait, no.
No, he's not
He wasn't
offside at all.
offside. He was offside first.
He doesn't touch the ball.
Who was offside there? Who did they give off?
Must have been the first pass offside.
Yeah, I
Was
think
Bruno
the first
offside?
part. Yeah, I thought it
Must
was.
have been the
Yeah,
first
I think
pass.
he's an interference play.
I don't think he touched the ball at all.
No, because I was looking at Rashford first. He was off, but the ball didn't go straight to him.
It's crazy because Man United were the best side in the first half.
It's just the timing of the goals, you know.
Them
like,
goals.
clever pass that.
What a ball!
That's a foul as well.
Got to score that.
Oh, he's done it.
I
Very good pass.
I
backed it.
felt like he could have gone down there, Rashford. You know, there was a lot of pressure from I think it's Canate. If he goes over, you force a referee into a
ain't been
situation.
giving nothing today.
Don't think he wouldn't have given that though.
At that pace as well.
But I think the foul or the contact is what ended up sending Rashford that far
I never
wide.
backed Rashford when he went wide of the keeper. I thought he's never finishing that.
But the only reason he went wide of the keeper is because I think that he could have potentially he stayed on his feet when he could have gone down.
I don't know.
Bruno Fernandes goes down there.
Yeah, because he's the softest guy in the league.
Almost intelligent.
Intelligent. I don't call that
I
intelligent.
think it's intelligent.
I call that cynicism.
You got Jack Grealish who falls down every time.
Jack Grealish goes down there. No, and I'm not. Mate, I think you should.
I don't think you should. I don't condone Jack Grealish going down soft.
Do you know I have no issue with diving?
I do.
I have no issue.
Fundamentally, I do.
Oh, what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
fundamentally have a problem
I
with
do.
fundamentally.
No, I do. I don't like it.
I
in football.
hate blatant.
I don't like.
diving.
Do you like it? In
You know
football?
when someone's been touched and they go down?
Yeah.
I don't mind that as much.
I think in our sport, it makes our sport weaker.
It's just clever, isn't it?
If a player who's playing for your team has the opportunity of going down and they don't, you're in the stand going,
No, but
go
by
down.
that you mean they've had a touch. I think what Buvey's on about is more blatant diving,
Yeah, you
where there's
don't
no
want-
contact.
Yeah, I mean,
Either side,
don't get me
either
wrong.
side.
I used to get sort of frustrated with Drogba when he would kind of prioritise dive. You know, and you're just like, mate, you're stronger than him
Yeah,
anyway.
that's what
So
I'm trying
just,
to say, yeah.
but equally, when I see a player burst into the box and a challenge comes in and they ride it
Yeah.
and they end up not scoring, you're
Yeah.
just like, mate, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I feel like the game's going towards a lot of soft penalties these days. Anything that's diving, I hate. Whether it's City or not, I just don't. Grealish does it a lot, and you just think, get the ball out your feet and have a shot. Have a shot. It's taking the
But if
game away from where it should be.
But if Grealish, if you're going for the lead, if you're playing Arsenal, the last couple of minutes, he's in the box, and all of a sudden a slightly hefty challenge from Granit Xhaka comes in, and he rides it, and then
so he can
and
get
then
a shot
doesn't,
off, then hopefully, yeah.
but then doesn't score. But then doesn't score.
I'd prefer him to just get a shot off and gamble.
Manchester United backs against the wall here. No,
Goal!
no.
Fucking hell.
Everything we were saying about historic. Darwin Núñez. Is it a hat trick? Yeah.
No, it's 2-2, isn't it?
Darwin Núñez now 5-0. So now everything we were saying about the route to Wouts.
It's
has happened.
Wouty Weghorst.
The route to Wouty has happened.
Ten Hag's gonna batter these.
Liverpool.
I'm tweeting that, by the way.
Liverpool fan, don't nick my thing.
I said it first.
No, because I called him Wouty. I christened him Wouty, and you tried to nick it. I saw you put it on your TikTok too.
What do you mean?
Without any
What
citation.
TikTok?
You wrote Wouty. Don't nick my things.
Oh, the Man United fans are having a go.
They're on their way home.
They're
Can't
all
blame.
on their way back to London.
The prize is still there.
5-0. They'll sing about this now. This is the problem. It becomes
history, innit?
Yeah.
What is the worst Man United loss in a Liverpool game? Is there one that comes to mind?
And they
Adam, or-
scored 6 recently.
Yeah, they did at Old Trafford. They scored 5 at Old Trafford, didn't they?
Wow,
scored
great
5.
header.
There's still a chance, 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's coming into his own.
Clever header, man.
What a
It's
header from
backwards
Núñez.
header.
That's a serious header.
That's a serious header.
Yeah, can you stop copying me? Fucking hell. Serious header. Don't use my fucking words. Yeah, for God's sake.
You had a parrot on your shoulder there.
Yeah, serious header that. But the thing is, you're diminishing the quality of the stream, lads. By the way, if you're watching the stream, thanks so much for watching.
Is this
and
the first
supporting.
time we've
In the
covered a
stream.
United game?
Can you see
with
yourself?
me,
Yeah.
As soon as you start spinning round, look, you're off. Get involved or get
do you mean?
out.
I mean-
In or out, man.
I'm going to come in a little bit closer.
Yeah. Breathe in.
Breathe in a little bit. But yeah, I'm so sorry about Rory copying my language. We want some original chat from me and hopefully some original chat from Rory. Okay?
Who are you apologising to?
To the audience on your behalf. Oh. I'm praying for 6, Roars.
I am as well, actually.
God, 5-0. That
5.
isn't. There's ways of losing football matches, lads. 1-0, 2-0.
What do you reckon, Ad? Is this
You know what's
significant?
weird,
Does this
yeah?
matter?
It's like, well,
Like, does it matter? Like,
it
in
matters
terms,
if-
Yeah.
it matters in terms of people have been claiming that we're title challengers. We're clearly not. But secondly, it depends on the next game. I feel Ten Hag will get a reaction out of them, and the next game you should win, and it'll be all right. It'll be forgotten about.
do you know who you've got next?
But who?
Do you know? No. Do you know who?
Who? I don't actually.
Let's.
They're looking for you, Ad.
We've
Fulham.
got Southampton at home.
Okay, that's a dream
yeah,
fixture for
Southampton.
anyone. That's
They
a
just
dream
won.
fixture for
They just
anyone
won.
other than Chelsea.
Betis and then Southampton
They-
at home.
Mate, you lose those. Betis is a tough side.
Now, what I'm saying is,
Southampton
These games happen sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, this could.
Chelsea beat us 5-0 once. Newcastle beat us 5-0 once, and it's about how you react. This doesn't feel like when Man United got battered 6 off them under Oli, or when we were getting beat by Mourinho and we just felt helpless.
Yeah.
This feels like a proper the worst day at the office you could possibly imagine.
This is the worst result.
You've walked into the office and there's no roof on the office. It's raining and it's on fire.
Yeah. Is this, well, how would it be on fire if it's raining?
Rain and fire can exist at the same time.
Yeah, you've never seen a fire, no?
I've seen a fire.
And it's never rained.
There's been a fire in my heart for a long time. Okay.
All right, mate.
For who?
For football.
Calm down, will you?
Is this the worst result of the season for you? For me, it's been
Probably Brentford.
They're at Brentford. Obviously, I predicted
this is
Brentford
worse than that
famously
because
4-0.
the position we were in coming into it, we went to the new camp. We had a good performance.
But maybe that's why.
I think
Ultimately,
fatigue
everything's taken its
taken
toll.
apart. And I also think there's a little part of us that maybe underestimated them today. They go 1-0 up, we're still attacking them like there's no tomorrow. They go 2-0 up, we're still attacking them.
Is that Ten Hag naivety? Has Ten Hag got that wrong, do you think?
Possibly, but I remember Fergie doing that in a 6-1.
Yeah.
Remember against you, like, you just go, he just keeps going for it. And it's like with 10 men, lads, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So I don't know, maybe it's a bit naive, especially in a fixture like this at Anfield, and especially once it's gone 3.
Yeah, sit back.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
ultimately, I mean, I felt like if United had won today, they were in a title race. Now I think it's fair to say that isn't the case. United are in quite a privileged position. I would have said, I know you said that before the game even started, so I know that we disagree here, but I would have said that Manchester United, had they won today, they would have had a chance of winning the league. Now they've lost this. They're in quite a privileged position, really, because they're not going to win the league. That's now a given. They are not going to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Which means that they're in a lovely position because they're still in the FA Cup.
Spurs with a game in hand.
Yeah, but also, even if Tottenham catch you, it's not like Tottenham and Liverpool can catch you.
And Liverpool was 7 points clear.
You're guaranteed.
But you're guaranteed top 4. Whether you're guaranteed top 3 is a different question, but there's no way that you aren't in the European Cup next year, which is all that really matters. So top 4 is in the bag, which means you can fully focus on 2 cup competitions to add to the cup competition you've already got in the bag. It's not a bad position to be in.
No. And someone like Garnacho, for example, give him a bit more game time, and some of these players on the outskirts of the squad for United, give them some game time, start next season, or plan for next season sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
No, we can't do that in the league.
You can.
Use that maybe can because you've bottled the title.
What do you mean bottled the title?
We can't. We need to focus in the league.
Crazy.
Because it's still close to, you're still...
But Rory's just given a great...
world, Liverpool could still get 7 more points.
Rory's just given an incredibly detailed and articulate explanation why you're in a kind of win-win situation.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The likes of Garnacho and all these guys, you give them a bit of game time. It's...
Oh, no!
Well, 6 now.
You've got to foul it. A great tackle from Malacia.
I think that was a
You're
foul.
I think Luke Shaw fouled him.
Salah fouled him. Sorry, Luke Shaw fouled Salah, definitely. Look, Bruno Fernandes doesn't need to do that.
He's horrible. He's horrible.
That's good from that.
Rolling now. I can't stand him now. I can't stand Bruno. He's the most unlikable footballer.
You know what's funny then? He thought about going down.
Yeah, he did.
When the ball hit,
he
half.
Rivaldo. Remember Rivaldo?
Yeah. Who was that against? Was that against
Turkey.
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah, Rivaldo went down when the ball.
God,
that was bad.
Pathetic.
That was bad. Nothing comes close though to Jens Lehmann and Didier Drogba for me. Jens Lehmann and Didier Drogba. I think we spoke about it the other day. You said you haven't seen it. You've got to look it up. It will.
Both
do a TikTok on it.
Yeah, I will do a TikTok on it.
Yeah, it's probably the worst single moment for both of those 2 players.
Soft, yeah.
Also, considering that they're both incredibly robust, strong, tough geezers.
Yeah.
They both behave. You're just like, mate, what, lads?
Yeah.
Lads, you've had a mare.
Yeah.
Oh, skills. Bruno.
This kid's special.
You should have brought Bruno off.
I've always backed this kid, by the way.
Bruno Fernandes needs to be very careful here because he's behaving like an idiot.
He's the most unlikable player in world football.
You're not a fan?
No, he's a dick.
I mean, there's a lot of unlikable players. I mean, the fella on screen.
King Kenny's bored.
Wore t-shirts for a racist. So I mean,
right.
Loads of unlikable people out there. No.
Rory Jennings.
No.
Interesting that.
It's true. Nothing of what I said is false.
I don't know what you're on about, so I'm just there like...
Luis Suarez t-shirts, you idiot.
Oh, Danglish did that, did he? I didn't know, sorry.
Danglish.
Kenny Danglish. What's it? That's how I say it. What is it? Danglish.
Dalglish.
Oh, I say Danglish.
What were you doing before the stream today? Did you do anything post...
Oh!
Oh no! Oh my god!
God.
Oh my god! Hey, Mark, his salary's ripped.
It's always been
Ripped.
Mate, this is embarrassing.
Oh my god! 6-0. This is
It was only 1-0 at half time.
no. That you've capitulated. You need the full-time whistle. Ten Hag now needs to really get a grip. Get Bruno Fernandes off. Get 11 men behind the ball, and make sure nothing else happens for the rest of the day.
should have
Just
done that
take,
3-0.
just turn it over. Just like make sure that nothing else happens. Like Ten Hag needs to take a bit of responsibility here because this has been going so wrong for so long, and he hasn't changed anything. Just put 11 men behind the ball, 8 minutes. Just make sure nothing happens.
Yeah.
Just get the ball in the corners. Act
Well,
like
it's gone now.
Act
It's
like
gone.
you 1-0 up.
Six is finished
No,
now.
but it's not
finished.
7, is it? It's not 8.
It could
He's
be
overtaken
7.
Fowler now.
Wow, that's
Fair
impressive.
play.
Mate.
He's looked really good today.
Amazing moment to do it as well in a 6-0 win.
Not good. It's a big game for United, and if you give Liverpool ammunition to get back to form, that's not good.
No, but what I'm saying
Even
is...
if they're not competing for the same things,
no,
it's still not good. Oh, what is going on here?
VAR.
Oh,
It's not offside, is it? Look, you can see it's not offside.
Yeah, they're going to give that foot. His foot's offside.
You're joking.
Yeah, they're going to give the foot. It's
You are
embarrassing.
joking.
No.
Sick of
Varane's arm's in line with his foot.
No, but you can't...
No, this
you-
part of his arm.
Oh.
That's a goal.
Why are they? Why check that? Why?
Goal given.
Why check it and ruin it? They're there. They've lost the energy of that goal.
You just spat on me, bro.
No, I didn't.
You
They just lost the energy.
What's that?
Huh?
What's
Just
that?
get off.
Our goal
That's-
difference has took an
look.
absolute mauling as well today.
I can't believe that.
Saliva galore everywhere
It's not,
here.
it's not me. It's dripping from the it's condensation.
Mate, it feels like it's that amount. Is there a leak above me? Someone's left a tap on up there.
Bruno's been pathetic.
Mate, you're like a geezer.
Honestly, yeah. When I start talking about VAR, I go
Or
a bit crazy.
Ilanga, man. You don't want to come on now, do you?
Mate, they need to just see the...
Leave
he's
me
co-
on the bench.
I think he's come on with a very specific instruction, though. Hustle, Harry. Just make sure that Liverpool do not get on the front foot again. It has to stop now. Like, Ten Hag needs to make it stop. Unbelievable. Just composing your tweets, yeah?
I'm not.
Just composing your tweets for after.
I'm saying, lads, 6-0.
Why are you always
Unlucky
on your
Man
phone?
United.
We're on a stream, man. We've got things to do.
Unlucky to Man United. My commiserations to you lot. Congratulations to
God, they've
winning
had a cheat.
one
They're
League
bringing
Cup
on
in
that
6
Curtis
years.
Jones. That's a
He's one of them. If he wasn't Scouse, he'd be playing for Barnsley.
Lawrence.
Do you know what I mean? Though he's no good.
I don't think he's good enough to play
Would he
for
start for anyone outside the top 10?
I don't think he's good enough to start for Liverpool, though.
Doesn't start
I mean,
for
I don't
Brighton.
think he's good enough to play for Liverpool.
Does he start for Brighton?
I don't know, mate.
No.
I don't know. I agree with you. I agree with the point you're making. I don't rate him.
Oh,
See, this is
tackle.
right though. This is what they need. Just get Garnacho, run at the fullback, take the sting out of the game. You've got 5 minutes to kill here. Win a few
They
corners.
haven't taken. They cannot take the sting out of the game. They can't.
Mate,
They've already. The
Liverpool
stum's
are
been
going
stung.
for the jugular again. They were looking for 7. They're looking for 8.
Yeah, I know, but
Take the
it's
sting
got-
out of it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Though, yeah.
You must admit every goal now is kind of worth 10 in terms of what it means.
Yeah,
Like
7, 8,
7
close.
sounds so much worse than 6.
Yeah,
8
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
so much worse than
Yeah,
7.
yeah, you're right, yeah.
So turn it off.
That has to be one of the most dumbest comments I've ever seen. I know you're a member of the club, but you're dumb, bro.
What
Because
my
Ali
comment about
gets slated for this, but it's okay for Ten Hag. Ten Hag's just won a trophy, just knocked Barcelona out, sitting in the top 4 comfortably. Are you stupid, bro? Like I don't
Whoever
get how
commented that.
how
Superb
the
work.
situations
Superb work.
are the same. More on it.
Lovely work, sir. I didn't see your name, but full credit
it
to you.
was-
It worked.
it was
Excellent.
His name was Idiot.
Shahira, and he paid £2.
Shahira.
Wait a minute.
Never really
Elliot
funny.
in previous
Says
streams.
like
By the way,
this.
wait, how much? £2. In previous streams, Elliot said nothing below a certain amount.
he
gets
wanted to
shown.
put it on 'cause he
So
knew
he's,
it would
he's
have
done
that
it. He's done it to wind up
Yeah.
Adam. He said nothing below the
Yeah.
tenner earlier.
Yeah, shit.
he gave us a comment. He said, "Lads, don't read out super chats unless they're at a certain level." But he's letting in 50p ones, 20p ones, anything.
If they're going to wind Adam
I
up.
want another super chat right now, please, lads. 1p, 1p now.
Can you do that?
on the screen? Yeah, 1p.
No, but you can't do that.
I don't know. Maybe. Give me 1p, lads.
Stop
here we
asking
go. There's
for a
another
penny.
one. There's another one. 3 braces is more annoying than a hat trick. Okay, I wasn't. That
3
great
base is
chat.
more annoying than 2 hat tricks.
Yeah.
Maybe. Big Daz. Do
was
you reckon
hoping for
Big Daz is actually big? Or
spent
do you
some
think
money.
he's small when they call him Big Daz?
I don't. It's probably a compensation for something. If you have to call yourself big something, then you're not
No,
usually
but
that big.
some big geezers, like Big Daddy, was
Yeah.
big. Whereas some small people, they called it ironically, aren't they?
Yeah,
So do you
I
reckon
think
Big Daz is
based
6
on,
foot
based
or
on
5 foot?
the dryness of that comment, I'm assuming he's quite a small lad.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mate, small geezers have got the wit.
Yeah, you're an exception.
No, small geezers always have the wit.
well, yeah,
Danny
you have to
DeVito,
because you'd have
mate.
the brawn.
Danny DeVito. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
you have to have
the natter.
the natter them into bed. Anyway, Buvey, I'm more interested. Look, this game's over now.
No, it's not. There's 4 minutes
I
left.
just want to let the world know. Before this stream, Buvey
They're in again.
was up to something. You are joking. You are no, it's not. No, it is.
What the?
Firmino, he'll be. That's
his last
symbolic,
goal.
isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
his last
symbolic for Firmino.
Fuck.
Curtis Jones getting on there. Look.
Curtis
He's
Jones-
been on for 1 minute.
Curtis Jones getting it.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
It's been there 1 minute.
That's on the show reel. So when he's looking for a new team,
DVD on his DVD.
Jesus Christ.
7-0, Adam.
mate, this is unbelievable. This is actually
I
unbelievable,
love football.
mate. This is.
What's gone on there? Someone's in. What's happened?
I don't know.
There's a fan got
It's a fan on. Yeah,
Curtis
it's a
Jones
fan.
is injured.
A fan's on the
Robertson's injured.
pitch. A fan's on the pitch and has injured Rob. No,
Yeah, he's injured 2 of the players.
did he just slide in?
Unless it just happened and he was there.
7-0.
Oh look, the fan's having a pot. Oh, because he slid in. Look, look, Klopp's
Mate,
having a.
What are you doing? Klopp's such a drama
Jurgen
queen.
Klopp is embarrassing.
Yeah, he's such.
Can't
such
blame
a-
Klopp there. I think
Don't
the
shout at
fan,
a fan.
the fan who doesn't have studs on, I reckon, has run in and slipped and taken out Robertson.
Yeah.
To be fair, imagine if you proper crocked him.
Yeah. ACL something crazy.
Mate, I feel like I'm in a dream world at the moment. Like,
7-0.
this isn't really happening.
It was all a dream.
It's one of the worst ever in these games, surely.
No, it
7.
is. This
This
is
is our
this
biggest
is
ever Premier League defeat.
this is the worst ever. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
It
got
must
to be.
be.
It's got to be. Manchester United.
Well,
haven't conceded
we've never
7.
conceded
You lost,
7.
you lost by 7 to Villa.
We did.
Elliot was quick on that one
Oh, no,
as
sorry,
well.
no, it was Liverpool.
That was Liverpool.
That was Liverpool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have Manchester United conceded 7?
I'll
Haven't
Google
No,
it.
we've never conceded
Nah.
No, 6-1 City was really bad. And
6-1, 6-3,
6-1,
still
5-0.
6-1.
Yeah, Southampton was 6, wasn't it?
And they haven't got 4 or 5 major injuries. This is a starting 11 that was comparable to the final.
7-0 is Manchester United's joint biggest defeat ever, but it wasn't in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's our biggest ever Premier League
Wow.
defeat.
So it's the biggest. It's joint ever.
That is a real statement.
It really is.
You lose 3-0, you get fine. You get crowded out the game, fine. It's away at Anfield, whatever.
I can't believe
7's
what's happening.
embarrassing. Cool.
You know that geezer who's run on the pitch? He's made a massive error in it. There's 1 minute to go, right? He could be any minute now. The whistle's going to go. The You Never Walk Alone's going to start. He's going to be in the pub with his mates after. Instead of that, he's under that pitch in a nick
Yeah.
on a 3-year ban, and his manager hates him. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah. And you're on social media with Klopp, you know.
Klopp berating
Shouting you on
Klopp
Twitter and all that.
berating you.
Yeah.
Most effective tackle of the game came from a Liverpool fan.
That's true.
Yeah, we finally put one on him.
That has to be worrying.
There's probably a United fan run out of United then.
That is worrying.
United knocking it about
Wait, so we're
nicely,
saying
looking good.
Casemiro started today, Varane. Martinez was meant to be the best centre-back in the league, apparently, according to some people.
Yeah, we've had a shocker today.
That is shocking.
Mate, I had that yesterday.
Anthony, 100 million quid.
I had that with Statman Dave yesterday.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
Did you see?
No, I didn't see much of it.
Exactly that. Ranking centre halves: Thiago Silva, Lisandro Martinez,
Oh, no.
Virgil van Dijk. You have to put them in like snog, marry, avoid, but buy, sell, or whatever.
Yeah.
I had Thiago Silva as the best, Virgil van Dijk second, Martinez third.
Yeah.
He had Martinez the best. He said that he's going to be the best ever Premier League defender. He's going to be better than Rio Ferdinand, better than Nemanja Vidic.
Who said that?
Statman Dave.
Oh.
And he said Virgil van Dijk's completely gone.
Yeah, that,
Mate, all the comments were kind of like slightly aggressively funny, but at my expense. They all went, "This is ridiculous. Dave's making Rory look rational."
yeah. No. That's he's doing that for effect. I'm sorry.
Lissandro Martinez better than Rio Ferdinand,
he's
better than
not
John
tall enough.
Terry,
He's
better
not
than Vincent
tall enough.
Company. But
You have to be a certain physicality to be at that level. I mean, we're talking Rio Ferdinand was one of the most athletic
I think you're
statues.
talking
In
nonsense about height there.
no, to be the best of no.
No.
He's not Cannavaro.
There's no height limit.
He's not Cannavaro, mate. He never will be. He was
Mate,
he was third choice
in your
centre-back.
lifetime, you
He
probably
was-
watched about 2
Ge-
Cannavaro
yeah,
games.
Yeah, guess what? He was third choice in the World Cup
2
behind
Cannavaro
Otamendi.
games.
He was third choice behind Otamendi at the World Cup. How embarrassing is
You're
that?
gonna take
He's your best
advice
centre-back.
from a manager that lost against Saudi Arabia. Oh,
Well,
cool.
advice who won a World Cup. He also won a World
won the
Cup,
World Cup as well, mate.
Yeah, he lost against Saudi Arabia.
but he won a World Cup.
That counts more.
No, it doesn't. Can't believe it. He was on the bench while Otamendi started the World
Blow the
Cup
whistle,
final.
ref.
He was on
I
the
know it's
bench.
early, just blow it, bruv.
Yeah, this is well, like it's historic.
That could be. It could be 8.
It could be. But I want.
Weirdly, I don't think it impacts our season.
Do you know just before
No,
this
you
game?
can't lose a game like this.
It
and-
depends how you get on against Southampton. If you concede another 7, that's really bad.
Southampton aren't going to have 7 shots. Never mind, score 7.
But if Southampton
They,
scores
they
7
won
against
last week.
you,
They won this week against
Oh,
Leicester.
shit, they did, didn't they?
Good win as well. Clean sheet.
They beat us recently. Clean sheet.
Yeah. Home and away, they beat you. Everyone's
done a
picking up-
double over us.
everyone's doing a double against you.
Double. Gonna go down, mate.
That must be Southampton's most famous double.
Chelsea have got to be responsible. Like, I don't know how many points they've got, but the percentage of their points must come against Chelsea. Six of their points.
It's probably
how many points?
20%.
20% of their points have come against Chelsea. Fuck. Oh dear. Anyway, Buvey, just before this game ends, we just need to ask you a quick question. Post your roast prior to this show, you did something really intriguing that our audience will love to hear about. Isn't that true?
Yeah, I came
Okay, so
in.
tell the world.
Yeah, I came in and met Rory Jennings for
Are you not going to say what you did? This is so unfair on our audience.
No, what I watched you scoff a Nando's and then spill it all over your face. It was disgusting to watch. But I've been through worse, lads. I've been through worse than watching Rory Jennings try and smash a Nando's in 4 minutes.
Oh, it's over. Thank God for
post
that.
Nando's pre-show, what did you do?
I walked in here, sat in the seat, and started talking to football. This
Disgrace
wonderful,
to your audience.
this
Your audience want to
beautiful
know.
Audience.
They know that you've been up to something, and they won't.
Is
they
it?
won't respect you for not telling them. Adam, it's over. 7-0. How you feeling?
Biggest defeat I've ever witnessed, that's for sure. It's weird though because
I thought we played all right.
the first half we did, second half we were awful. But it's weird because I don't feel like this has a long-term impact on the club, if you get what I mean. This was just a horrible day. Now, if it
as
does
long
have
as
a
it is
knock-on
that,
effect,
yeah.
it just feels like maybe a perfect storm for Liverpool. United a bit fatigued. I think the main reason we've lost is we underestimated them and we were far too naive in that second half. Maybe at 1-0 down, 2-0 down, you still go for it a little bit. But once it's 3-0 at Anfield, you kind of just go, look, today's not our day, lads. Let's see this one out and get back. But taking a beating like that isn't good at all.
I mean, it's the perfect
look
day.
at Varane. I love that. Varane's demanded all the players to go down to the fans, which I like.
That's good, yeah.
If there's any left. You've got to...
There's a lot left. There's not...
No, I mean, I wouldn't blame people for leaving. I think I wouldn't be there.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I'd be long gone.
They're all on
I'd
the
be at
megabus
home.
to London Victoria.
Mate, I'd be at home by
I'd have been gone by 3
Yeah, I'd be gone. But I also think that as bad as it's been for Manchester United, and we're focusing on that obviously because Adam's here, we have to say, outrageously brilliant from Liverpool. In terms of everything that they could
be the narrative.
In terms of everything that they could possibly want out of this fixture, they've got it, haven't they?
Their
Like
front
even the
three all
Firmino goal,
That's exactly right. They
Gakpo
clicked.
scoring goal after goal, Salah pinging them in.
Gakpo looked like the player that Liverpool thought they'd signed. It took a few weeks. He looked a bit rusty when he come in. Nunes the same as well. But they both look fresh. That's a massive statement for those two players.
Header. Like think about the quality of the goals. Gakpo's chip, Nunes' header, Salah's right-footed pinger.
It's weird how football
There
works.
were also moments with every goal where United were, maybe not every goal, but 90% of them where United were just abysmal. Kept giving the ball back to them.
Yeah.
Kept I've lost count of how many goals, but we just kept doing it.
If Nunes goes into the direction that he could do, the way he has been in the last 3 or 4 weeks, Gakpo, then you got Salah still there, who's world class on his day. Add a couple in the summer. Liverpool aren't far off being a Premier League title challenging side again.
No, they'll do it next season.
Do you think
that's what I'm saying? You know everything that we were saying before about Newcastle when I said they have to finish in the top 4. The reason that they have to finish in the top 4 this year is because they're never going to have a better chance. Newcastle are never going to have a better opportunity of finishing above Chelsea, Liverpool.
That opportunity is gone though. That's gone. Already
it's
gone.
gone because they keep dropping points.
Yeah, but it's gone.
Gone now.
No, but they had the cushion on them.
No, but what I'm saying is they no longer have.
Yeah, which is why I'm
better
holding them
opportunity.
accountable. Which is why I'm holding them accountable because they should have been. Liverpool have been in crisis at various points this season, and Newcastle had the cushion, and yet they've been managed to be pulled back.
He's so annoying.
Who, Klopp? You
Yeah,
can't,
he's so
can't
annoying.
begrudge him this.
No, it's just the way he goes on. Can't stand
Absolute
it.
wet wipe.
Yeah,
Nah, they
can't
deserved
stand
it today though. They battered us.
They did.
Fair to the wankers.
They did. They were very good. They were far too good, actually. And you've got to say now that performance makes them favourites for top 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, Liverpool, City, Arsenal.
Do they play you still?
Man United.
They played Arsenal. Oh, no.
Yeah. Think so. Yeah.
And they
Should know
play.
that. Yeah, I think we play them at home.
And they play Arsenal still as well. God, I'll tell you.
Yeah, they got Arsenal at home. I think Arsenal that's a tough away
Arsenal
day.
beat them very early in the season, didn't they? That
Yeah.
was a moment where actually people started going. Well, I started going Arsenal. Yeah, huge. By the way, I just need to say thank you so much to every single person who's tuned in. We have our record. You are OGs. You are heroes. We are so grateful. Can you believe this, lads? Sorry, Adam. I know a lot of people are here to enjoy your demise. That's also why I'm here, to be totally frank with you. But we have 9,000 people watching the club. This is our biggest
And
ever. Please click the
I
subscribe
reckon
button.
at
Please
least
click it
50%
now.
of those aren't subscribed. So hit it.
Hit the
Do it
subscribe button.
right now.
Thank you very, very much.
100%.
That is truly brilliant. And on that note, we need to say thank you so much to the people who make this show possible. NordVPN. It is the best VPN that you will ever find. We are so grateful to them for joining the club, supporting the club. So make sure that you head over to NordVPN for all of your NordVPN needs.
It's beautiful. We're talking about flights earlier to Ibiza potentially. We're talking about the fastest VPN service going. And the one that I love is the same sort of price as a coffee in London. It's absolutely beautiful.
Fantastic.
All right. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my misery.
I did. If anyone else
See you
did.
later.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Lads, subscribe if you like Man
He's going to
United
be,
getting
he's
smashed.
going to be Potter out, Voldemort in a minute.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Subscribe to the channel if you love Man United getting smashed at Anfield.
We're going to have a
Subscribe
good
now.
time tonight. We're